Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hello, I'm actor and small business owner Ty Burrell, and I'm going to tell you how Innovation Refund's network of independent tax attorneys help eligible small businesses file for the ERC. Also, they're letting me play with the soundboard, and I love it. They analyze and interpret ERC claims to help businesses get the refund amounts they may qualify for. Go to innovationrefunds.com or call 1-843-REFUNDS.
Innovation Refunds does not provide tax or legal advice. We work with an independent network of tax professionals to evaluate and process your claims. Terms and conditions apply. Ty is a paid spokesman.
They called him the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he really was for decades.
He extended his tentacles like an octopus throughout the entire entertainment industry.
Mr. Lou Wasserman.
This is Glitter and Might, an Odyssey Originals documentary podcast series written and narrated by me, Sean Levy. All episodes are available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Great news. I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Call State Farm agent Terry Stash in Bellingham today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. If you ever wanted to see what I may have looked like as a little boy, you got to check out this video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. Because this little boy was in his car seat giving a very honest answer to a question from his mom where she asks, "Hey, do you like people?"
It's not that I don't like people. It's just I don't like people near me.
Yeah.
Well, depending on the day, I totally feel his pain.
Yeah.
Right. Just get away from me.
Yeah. That's a hell of a great answer.
It's an honest answer.
Yeah. And I mean, there are people like that just, man, you know what? They just can't take a whole lot of people around them. There's too much energy, and this kid knows this at a young age. Like this kid a lot.
I feel like my daughter's like that sometimes with me. Like, I think she digs me, but there are times where she's like, "Dad, I just don't need you near me."
Yeah.
Like yesterday, she had to go to the bathroom, and she's like, "I gotta go potty," and she's like, kind of squeezing her butt. I'm like, "Let's go," and then she just stops and looks at me and goes, "No, Daddy." I'm like, "All right, this is not gonna go well." Thankfully, Mom was around, but
yeah,
I was like, "Dude, I'm just trying to help you get your pants off so you can do it without making a disaster." But go ahead, knock yourself out. Let that be a lesson learned.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're on the cleanup crew. That's the problem.
Yeah, I guess the lesson is Dad's an idiot.
Well, I mean, is that a lesson or is that just a well-known?
It's more of like a daily affirmation.
Yeah, okay.
Not really a lesson. You're right.
Yeah, I feel like, we've all learned something here today. Love that little kid. You got to hear that kid again. There's just something awesome about little kids. They just, they haven't been poisoned by the world. They get to just say what is so. I love this kid.
It's not that I don't like people. It's just I don't like people near me.
I feel like we should play that a lot in our lives. We should have that on our phones.
Have that be your ringtone?
Yeah.
I should have that be my ringtone for when you call. I'm like, all right, I know what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's not that you don't like this phone call. You just don't like this phone call from me. That's it.
It's just another example of why, like, when you're a kid, you know, you're the way that you are, then you become an adult, you do it, and then when you get old, you kind of become like a kid again, where you just don't care.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, an old person will say the same things, will have accidents in their pants. They just don't care.
Yeah, 0 F's given.
That's the only two things I can think of.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
No
pretty
filter.
much. Yeah, don't have to have a job anymore.
Yeah.
You know, they're just chilling, doing whatever they want. They're saying whatever they want, like you said, without a filter and no apologies. It's like, look, what do you want me to tell you? This is what's my story. Okay, sorry about it.
If you don't like it, that's a you problem.
Yeah, you know, I mean, if you think I'm an evil person, fine. Think I'm an evil person. Yeah, it is. Boy. And you know, I was just watching this show, White Lotus, and one of the dudes had.
Wait, I thought it was Black Mirror, and now you're watching White Lotus. What's next? Orange.
Orange is the new black.
Orange briefcase. Yeah. Do you only watch shows that have colors in them?
Well, you know, now that you mention it, I one of my favorite shows, Red Dwarf. You know, so yeah, you could be right.
Yeah.
And your favorite movie, Green Lantern.
Yeah. Or The Green Mile.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You know, you actually would, outside of Green Lantern, you'd have a pretty good day of television and movies if you just watched all color shows.
Yeah. Green Lantern's pretty awesome. All right, but back to White Lotus, another show I'll never watch.
Yeah. Well, you know, you talk about old people, and you know, there's a grandfather, grandson, all in Italy, and the grandson is just mortified by the conversation that the grandfather and the father are having with him while he's trying to impress this young girl. And he's just like, you know, you guys just don't understand. You don't understand how bad you sound. And he walks away, and the grandfather's like, boy, there was a time where the old people were actually revered and respected. And now we're just an unpleasant reminder of a past that you all hate. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I feel like that's probably going to be me. And I think I'm going to be a very unpleasant reminder of the past that everybody hates.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and so
your poor kids, they're doomed.
Yeah, because that's what old people tend to do. They just say and do whatever they want, and they don't care. And you sit there and you go, God, you are. Because I remember that with, you know, some old people in my life around my friends and saying the things that they said. And he's right. It's like, wow, you really are just an unpleasant reminder of what we didn't like about your old days.
My favorite was my mom's dad, my grandfather on my mom's side, the one I got along with. But like he was just 0 F's given. And I always loved how he handled phone calls. Like he would be on the phone with someone. The moment he was done with the conversation, didn't even matter if they were mid-sentence or even if he was mid-sentence. He'd just be like, I gotta go, and just hung up the phone. And I always thought that was like, I want to get to that level of just, I would get to that level when I was wasted. Like a lot of people like Ted would always bring up the story of like when I was just done talking, I would just hang up I wouldn't even say goodbye. I'd just hang up the phone. Yeah. And people were like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I was just done talking. But he did that sober.
Oh yeah. Well, dude, you have a little bit of that though. You just walk away from conversations.
Yeah. But he was like, at least I would try and be like somewhat like polite about it. I'd be like, all right, I gotta go. I got to the bathroom and I'll never come back or something. He just would shut it down and didn't even care.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Hi, this is Shannon Storms-Bedore, Real Housewife of Orange County and entrepreneur. When my company, Real for Real, started selling our health products online, we struggled to ship our orders out quickly and without error. But ShipStation's simple dashboard made it easy to manage orders from every marketplace. Plus, with ShipStation, we get up to 84% off USPS and UPS rates. Automate your shipping with ShipStation. Go to ShipStation.com/audio for a free 60-day trial. That's ShipStation.com/audio.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. A 34-year-old Houston woman going to prison. And she's going to prison for 1 to 4 years because she tried to steal her cousin's lottery jackpot.
See? This is what happens when you get in cahoots with everybody.
Yeah. This happened back in 2020. This unnamed man in New York won $1 million payout in a scratch-off lottery ticket. And the man wanted to remain anonymous, so he asked his cousin to claim the prize on his behalf in exchange for $50,000.
What was he hiding from? That sounds, I'm sorry, that's a lot of money to like offer somebody just to get the ticket for you.
I know. You're like, okay. It makes you wonder, Steve, like if the guy is hiding from some stuff.
Right. And I don't know what's the laws in there. Like, I know some places you don't have to disclose who the person is. You know what I mean? Like, I know in Washington, I think you can't hide your name if you win the lottery, but in some places you can.
Yeah, don't know New York State, so I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
But he decided this was the best way to go about it. 50 grand. Again, man, it's like you're giving somebody something that's worth $1 million. It's in their possession.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going, I'll give you 50,000. Sure, 50,000 is nice, but I got the $1 million right here.
Yeah, but let the record be known that if anyone wins money, listeners, if they want, I'm more than happy to go get the money for them for $50,000, and I won't steal from them.
Oh, yeah, is that if they can
Scouts honor?
Yeah, Scouts honor
from a guy who's never been into Boy Scouts.
Okay, perfect.
But I would never do that.
Yeah,
$50,000 just to go pick up some piece of paper that's not mine and like give you the cash. I'd do that in a heartbeat.
I'm wondering if he was on house arrest or something. That's why you couldn't go.
We just jumped to an extreme amount.
Why wouldn't you leave your house?
That's true.
House arrest or agoraphobia?
Well, he wanted to remain anonymous. That's all we know. Didn't say he didn't want to leave his house.
That's true. Yeah.
In New York, you can't remain anonymous.
Oh,
you have to tell your name.
So that's why he had his cousin do it, so that he wouldn't. Wow.
So then you have to, in a way, he's paying $50,000 for the cousin to also deal with the headache of everybody hitting them up about, hey, I've got a restaurant I want to open, or hey, can I get a loan? So I can understand maybe it's more than just going to get the money.
Yeah.
It's also having to deal with the burden of being a millionaire, even though you really aren't.
So he picks a really good cousin because what she did is she forged lottery papers and told her cousin that the ticket had only paid out $20,000, not $1 million.
I've got bad news for you, cousin. You didn't really win that $1 million. You only won $20,000.
Well, this gentleman, again, I wonder about, he was suspicious of her, and I'm like, this whole thing just smells of people that just don't lead a straight and narrow life, because he was like, wait a minute, something smells fishy. Then he found a press release announcing that she had indeed collected a one-time lottery payment of $537,000 because, like Vicky said, you have to put your name down.
Yeah.
So he was able to look that up. And so she's like, okay, fine, and she has to plead guilty to grand larceny. Wow.
He should be the winning. You're a bad judge of character.
Yeah, he is.
Like, of all the people in your family, you picked the one that was willing to steal from you. Did you not? You know what I mean? Like, when you think, like, I feel like I would feel pretty confident picking a person to get the money for me.
This is why I believe this guy is a crook.
Yeah.
I believe this guy is displaying behaviors. He's associating with a cousin that's also a crook. He doesn't want people to know who he is. It's all just, it seems like people are just, this family is, at least these two are in shady business.
Or just a deadbeat dad. One texter brought up a good point.
Oh.
I bet the lotto winner had some debts that he was trying to avoid paying. I work with the Division of Child Support for the state of Washington, and we collect from lotto winnings.
Okay, then. That's reasonable.
Or he has, maybe not deadbeat dad, but it could be like he owes a bunch of money.
Yeah, that's the thing, man.
$50,000 is a lot cheaper than if you owe like several $100,000.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think this guy, he was trying to hide the whole situation. And when you go to cousin steal a lot, then you know you're really you're in a bad way.
I feel pretty confident. I wouldn't ask you because it would just be a headache. But I feel pretty confident anyone else in the show.
Why would I be a headache? I wouldn't steal from you.
No, I know you wouldn't steal from, but that would just be something that would like loom over. Like you'd bring it up a lot.
Yeah. What? That you gave me $50,000 to cash your lottery ticket?
You had to go leave your house. You had to go to the place.
Who are you kidding? He'd make me do it.
That's true. He'd give you like.
Oh no, not for $50,000 because Vicky would. I don't know. Believe me, there's no cousin.
So I could give you $50,000 and you would go do that for me.
You're giving me $50,000 to take a ride to Olympia.
Yeah,
or wherever I got to go.
But then you wouldn't hold that over his head for the next however long.
He literally gave me. I mean, I know I'm unreasonable.
Yeah, but
I'm glad we're having this.
I'm unreasonable, but it's.
I'm glad I'm having this conversation.
$50,000 to take a ride.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I know I'm a moron, but I'm not that much of a moron.
I would say more difficult than a moron.
Yeah, but you'd have to be a moron to be that difficult to go. Wait, let me get this straight.
But you're always the one that's like, oh, that person found $1 million and they only gave him $50,000. It should have been. They got to at least float him $100,000.
Well, I didn't find his money. He's actually saying, look, I can't make it down there. Is it worth 50 grand for you to help me out? I'm like, yeah. I mean, I don't.
I can see me. Time is money. Blah blah blah.
It's $50,000. I mean, I can't believe I am yelling at you as the way you would be yelling at me. It's ridiculous.
Glad. We vetted this out, so now I know in the future I can hit you up to go get me my lotto winnings.
50 grand. I will take. Where do you want me to go? I'll drive cross country for 50 grand.
Oh, so would you go to San Francisco?
I would definitely go to San Francisco for. All I got to do is just take a piece of cardboard to San Francisco for $50,000.
Gas prices, you're losing about 20 grand of that.
You're right, but I still am on the upside, and I like taking drives, so I would love that. Wow, yeah, I mean that's insane. I mean that's like for a lot of people, that's a year's salary.
But I think everyone. I wouldn't be at all concerned that any of you would steal from me.
Oh, I didn't say I wouldn't steal from you.
I would. Okay.
Yeah, I would, but I would definitely agree to do it for $50,000 without complaining.
He picks a family member and they stole from him.
Yeah. See, that's why you have to get jumped.
I choose you guys way over my family. So most days.
Yeah.
Well, I would too because I mean I don't even know when my mom still hasn't sent the Christmas gift for Tatum yet. She keeps telling me she's gonna. So I feel like she wouldn't steal from me, but it might be a good 3 to 4 years before I get that money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't steal from you guys because I still have that Catholic guilt that was instilled in me, and even though I'm not practicing anymore, I could not do that to anybody. Yeah. I couldn't betray you guys.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Sarah wouldn't. I know that. She would definitely not steal. She's too honest.
Yeah,
Joey
honest.
D's, I don't know. It really, I feel like it depends on whether he's driving past casinos.
Well, it depends on if he was going to Vegas or not.
I would say if he's drunk in Vegas and he's got that money in his hand, he might make a couple bad mistakes.
I don't know about this. I'm a very honest person. I would never steal.
That's true, actually, to the point of where when we talked about winning the lottery, Joe was like, no, Danny, we can't go to the Sounders game and spend money on sweets. If we win, we have to drive to Olympia immediately.
That's a good
He's
point.
right.
He sobered up so quick when we were having that conversation. Like, we were plastered. And he's like, no, Danny, we're going to Olympia. And I was like, Joe, we haven't even won yet. And he's like, we're going.
Yeah, we're going. But see, I think if Joey drives by casinos, he'd be like, okay, this is $1 million. I'm a really good poker player. I could make us a lot of money right here.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. You put me in front of a blackjack table or roulette table, I might take a spin, and then one thing leads to another.
Especially if it's me. He'll be like, Dad'll understand.
Or a couple gentlemen's clubs. Next thing you know, he's just like, look, guys.
Well, I don't know how he's going to be able to explain that. There's no way you can invest your money wisely.
He ends up at that brothel again.
That's true. This time
that's why Danny can't go with him. Yeah, we'll keep that away. All right, so I think we know that really I'm the most trustworthy person.
See, this is just, I mean, yes, apparently. I did not realize that.
How about that?
And that just means that we need to start playing those scratchy tickets.
We really do.
I tried, man. I got Joey a fancy one for $30. He got nothing.
Well, you're not guaranteed to win.
I know, but I actually bought cheapies that I actually won money on.
Yeah.
It was just like in the $30 one. At least they should at least give you like $10.
That was my grandma's go-to. Was the scratchers.
Scratch.
Oh man, she loved those. Like for her
Did
birthday.
She ever win?
Like $20 here and there.
Okay, nothing like where it's
huge.
Like made it worth all the time and energy.
No, but she loved doing the scratchers.
What a game changer, though! Imagine just sitting around your house. You're just I've never done a scratch ticket, so I get
really. Oh, really? You've never done a scratcher?
No,
we all got some for Christmas this year.
Oh, I guess I did do them one time when someone gave me one as a gift. I've never purchased one myself, though.
Oh. Yeah.
But that'd be just insane, just sitting around, just scratching it. Oh, look at that! I just won $1 million.
I know. How crazy is that? And
right?
And you wonder how long did what really irritates you is when somebody doesn't play. Like there are people that scratch their life away and get nothing.
Yep.
And then this guy just picks one up maybe, and that's why I can't play these games.
More often than not, when we watch that My Dream Lotto House or whatever it is, when the people win the lottery and then they get that dude David to like help them find a house on one of those networks, it's because of the scratchers. I won $700,000 or I won $1 million on a scratch ticket.
That's a great deal, man. I mean, it's not enough to change your life to the point that you could retire if you won $1 million, but you can get yourself a nice place, which is a good investment.
Yeah, I'd be able to wipe all the bills out and still have some change. Yeah. Lots of change.
Yeah. That's the thing. I mean,
Purchase
I would
a house outright, do all that.
Yeah. Take that money, house, and maybe open up a mutual fund if you don't know much about stocks, and you'd be good.
The only time I buy scratchers these days is if I have to go into the gas station for something. Like that's the only, and I'll remember that they have them. It's like I completely forget those are a thing until I walk in. I'm like, oh, I need a Red Bull, and I'll take some scratchers too.
Oh, look at you!
Never won anything though. I think the most I've ever won is $2.
I won
$4 is for me on the lottery ticket.
Yeah. I got into a fight with the person at the store, and I mean, I'm so mad at the lottery right now. Because I know I won $15. I won $10, and she said I only won $5. But the rule said you match 3 words. I had 3 words right there. I showed her. There were the 3 words. But they scan the ticket, and the ticket tells you how much it is.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But the problem is I go, well, what if I go, look at the words. The ticket's wrong. I've got the words. She goes, I don't know what to tell you. The ticket says you only won $5. I said, but it says right there 10.
You should have driven to Olympia and taken it
sue
out.
her.
Yeah.
Danny, honestly, it'd be one of those things where if I was retired, I would have driven to Olympia.
That would be his life's goal.
Yeah, I would be the
$5.
I would have I'm taking this ticket. I'm going to Olympia because I want to find out what do you do when in fact, because look, mistakes happen. You know, that just happens. I could see them printing a ticket that had one thing, but then the ticket said another thing.
Imagine if the ticket said you won $1 million,
and
but
she said
the
no.
scanner said you won $5.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, then you would go to Olympia.
I would be on the news because I would trash that store.
See,
right?
Yeah.
I don't want to play anymore. And I mean, nothing against the lottery, or maybe, I don't know, but like you can see right in front of you, you got a winning ticket. The person at the counter saw that I had it, but she said, I can't give you any more than what the ticket says I can give you.
Yeah, they're not paid enough to care at that point. You have to go to.
Right. So I don't want to deal with your crap.
I would have bought another ticket there. That's the thing, is they lost a customer because, you know me, I like gaming, and when the rules are bad.
But she's not making money off commission.
That's the problem. You're absolutely right, Steve. That is the problem with every transaction I'm involved with. The people I talk to do not care whether I buy something or not.
Like I remember when I worked at like a little hamburger stand on Coney Island, and it's like someone's like, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to come back here ever again. And I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care. Like, I don't make any extra money if you come here or not. Like, it's just, you're not tipping. So what do I care? Sorry.
Yeah. I know, it's very frustrating.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people have that. Ad's like, oh, don't scare me by you saying you're never going to frequent this place that pays me minimum wage.
I know. It's like,
cool, man.
What a racket. Like
so it says I have a buddy from Snohomish that won $2 million on a single scratch ticket.
Oh, I know that guy. We know a guy. We know a guy that actually hit the lottery and he won a lot of money.
Yeah, but that's not the same guy. Like I know that guy.
Well, the guy happened. Well, I think he lives in that area. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm sure there's more than one person in Snohomish has won the lottery.
For millions?
$2 million.
I mean, you think there? Well, yeah, I guess that. How many people do you think in Snohomish have won $1 million lottery pots?
I'm guessing 7, at least 7.
Wow.
I don't know how you find that information.
I have no idea. You know what? I would just assume there would be just one.
Just one?
Just one. I mean, who do we know that hits the lottery anyway for millions, and then they happen to be in Snohomish?
I don't really have any friends, like close friends, that have won like $2 million. That'd be crazy.
I have that one guy that I know.
8 well, this isn't a full number, but I found this when I Googled it. 8 of lottery's luckiest retailers are in the region of Snohomish County.
I'm
Look
so
at this.
close.
Why am I not going to Snohomish?
I
got to buy my tickets.
And that's why I bought my ticket down the road from my house in Arlington.
Freaking Steve says 7 and it's 8.
See, I know more than you think.
Really? What's that info going to get you in the game of life?
It got me the being right now.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
that's about as far as
not
it
bad.
goes.
Actually. Yeah.
It's very fleeting, but you know what? I'll take these wins when I can get them.
I mean, I can't argue.
I'm going to go buy some scratchers today.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Do it, Danny.
All right.
Hey,
I don't even know how they work.
You scratch them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like sometimes I'll scratch them and I look at them like, I don't know what this means.
You have just defeated your goal of looking like the brightest guy in the world just now. You were on top of the mountain and you just fell off with that statement.
So this is too much information.
I don't know how this works. You get something to scratch it, and you scratch it.
Sometimes I'm like, do I scratch everything, or do I just scratch the things that wants me to scratch? Like, what happens here?
We have to read the rules. There's rules on every ticket.
I don't want to read rules, guys. Small print.
Yeah.
I ain't getting younger. It's harder to read them.
Yeah.
Do they have like the scratch tickets for dummies where it's just like scratch here, yes you win, no you don't?
That's what I need.
That's what you need.
Just give me one box. Let me scratch and it says you won.
They tell you, look, match words. If you get words, you win. Or if you get numbers, or if you uncover something. I mean, it's really. I feel like they're,
No, they're pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, I feel like they tell you what to do. Sorry, guys. If you want, for $50,000, I will come help you scratch your tickets. I'll be glad to do that.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. What's the difference between filing for bankruptcy and credit counseling?
Credit counseling is a useful process in some circumstances, but it does show up on your credit. In fact, from a credit scoring standpoint, credit counseling shows up just like a bankruptcy, so it's going to affect your credit as negatively as filing bankruptcy. In credit counseling, the idea is that a credit counselor works with your creditors on your behalf to try to lower interest rates or work out payment plans with your creditors to pay back your debt over time. In credit counseling, you almost always pay back 100% of the debt, sometimes at lower interest. And of course, some creditors will participate in that process and some won't. So you're usually left with kind of a mixed result with credit counseling and, of course, a high payment.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hello, I'm actor and small business owner Ty Burrell, and I'm going to tell you how Innovation Refund's network of independent tax attorneys help eligible small businesses file for the ERC. Also, they're letting me play with the soundboard, and I love it. They analyze and interpret ERC claims to help businesses get the refund amounts they may qualify for. Go to innovationrefunds.com or call 1-843-REFUNDS.
Innovation Refunds does not provide tax or legal advice. We work with an independent network of tax professionals to evaluate and process your claims. Terms and conditions apply. Ty is a paid spokesman.
Summer is in full swing, and it's time to celebrate with all your favorite chips and sips. No matter what adventures you have planned, don't forget to stop by Walmart for everything you need to quench your thirst and satisfy those summer cravings. Whether you're hosting a backyard barbecue with the tangy crunch of Lay's Limon or catching some waves with the crisp, refreshing taste of an ice-cold Pepsi, it's the perfect season to get your snack on. But summer won't be here forever, so stock up on all your favorite chips and sips at walmart.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
Let's play Beat Migs.
I will beat anyone that calls in to play the game. He's smarter than you. He'll make you look lame. 60 seconds on the clock. You're going down and I'm gonna rock. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? Woo! I know I sure am because we made it. It's Friday.
Hey, Danny's jumping.
We made it through another week, you guys. All right, let's get to our contestant today. We have Alicia from Linwood. Alicia, are you there?
I am.
All right, Steve, now get out.
All right, goodbye.
For those playing at home, Alicia has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
God, I hope so.
You got this, girl. What Friends actress co-stars alongside Adam Sandler in the murder mystery movies?
Jennifer Aniston.
Yes. What do you call the number below the line on a fraction?
Denominator.
Yes. The Knicks is a basketball team from where?
Oh, God. A pass.
Where is your humerus bone located?
Your elbow.
No? Yes?
Arm.
Yes. What main 2 colors of a Butterfinger wrapper are yellow and what?
White, blue.
Blue, yes. What restaurant chain once released a stuffed Cheez-It pizza?
Domino's.
No.
Pizza Hut.
Yes. Snow and fiddler are types of what crustacean?
Oh, God. Pass.
What river flows through the Grand Canyon?
Oh, my God. Pass.
What is the most consumed manufactured drink in the world?
There you go.
Coke.
No.
Pepsi.
No.
Sprite.
No. 5 correct.
No.
You were doing so good in the beginning.
My husband
there.
is gonna laugh.
No, 5. It's right in the middle
It's
of
in
the
the middle.
road.
It's average. It's kind of like, the Mariners.
Oh, are the Mariners average?
Yeah, they're
they started out
slightly.
strong.
They're slightly average still. I thought they were below
Slightly
average.
Slightly below or slightly above. You never know with them, but that's been that way all season, it seems.
Well, I mean, define average. It's really...
Define average?
Yeah.
Really? Do we need to? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, average is like you're 50-50.
Well, if every team's 50-50, then you go a little bit below in your average, right?
Okay.
Maybe in your world, Steve.
I'm trying to create a scenario where they're not bad.
Okay. That's nice of you.
they're okay. They're not bad. They're meh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what they are.
Meh.
Yeah, I mean,
Steve,
they're not Cincinnati. I mean, they're not Oakland.
Steve, hopefully you're not meh. Are you ready?
Oh,
yes. What Friends actress co-stars alongside Adam Sandler in the murder mystery movies?
Ooh, Jennifer Aniston.
Yes. What do you call the number below the line on a fraction?
The denominator.
Yes. The Knicks is a basketball team from where?
New York.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's your humorous bone located?
In the elbow?
Yes.
Nice.
The main 2 colors of a Butterfinger wrapper are yellow and what?
Yellow and blue.
Yes.
Nice.
What restaurant chain once released a stuffed Cheez-It pizza?
Oh, I'm going to go Pizza Hut.
Yes.
That sounds like a Pizza
Snow
Hut
and
thing.
fiddler are types of what crustacean?
Snow and fiddler?
Yes.
Crab.
Yes. What river flows through the Grand Canyon?
Oh, no, the fiddler crab sounds kind of funny. What was that?
What river flows through the Grand Canyon?
The Mississippi.
No.
The Erie.
No.
The Kwai.
No.
Yeah.
What is the most consumed manufactured drink in the world?
I'm going to go Coca-Cola.
No.
Milk.
No.
I don't know. Coffee.
No.
Beer?
No. Beginning with T, what is the name of the little dot above a lowercase I and J called?
Tittle?
Yes.
With a D. Yeah. Tittle.
And with that, you get 8 correct.
Nice work.
Which is way better than meh. You won 8 to 5.
Sorry, Alicia.
That's okay. My husband was listening, so.
How about that? You tell your husband he's all right because he married you, so he's got to be an okay guy.
Well, he's meh.
Wow. Okay.
Great.
Boy.
Alicia, you have a fun weekend after that saying.
Yeah.
Oh, I
let's
love
go.
you, Alicia. That was amazing.
Man, no good compliment goes on.
He's meh.
I do owe an apology to the St. Louis Cardinals. I just checked their record. They're not that far from us, actually. I think Kansas City and the A's are the teams you got to compare to as being the worst.
Okay.
But you're right, Steve. Every other team is kind of they're all sort of right near the meh mark.
Yeah.
It is weird this year in baseball where everybody's kind of meh.
Yeah, I mean, you get Rangers and the AL West are doing damn great, but then everyone else is like kind of within striking distance.
Yeah, it is a weird season. That's why you really can't count the Mariners out, but I take a look at stats that make me scared. That's what I look at. I look at a couple of stats and go, I don't know about this.
You know the best way to avoid that? Don't look at those stats.
You're right, but I do. I and they're really simple ones, but I look at them every day and I go, all right, let's see how they're doing. Bum, bum, bum. And I'm going, oh, man, no. you got to be better in these stats. You're not going to go anywhere.
Well, there's still a chance, so.
They did a 14-gamer last year, and
That's what
nobody
saved
thought
the
that was going to
season.
happen.
Yeah, we need one of those.
Yeah, we just need better pitching. I mean, I think that can happen more so than thinking that we're going to hit the ball, because I just don't think we're going to
And what turned it around last year, BJ?
I'm not sure. You tell
A
me.
sweet fist fight with the Angels.
Oh, right.
And it's time to kick their asses.
Was Jesse on the team? Wasn't he the guy that started it?
Yes. Well, you know what? Now someone else has to step up.
Yeah, somebody's got to be the new Jesse Winker.
That's fine. That was amazing, that fight.
It was, man. He got pizza. Didn't he get pizza or something out of that deal?
Fans sent him a pizza.
Yeah, that was
Can we
awesome.
trade for him just for the weekend?
Dude, seriously, sometimes that's really what you want. Yeah.
I'm going back to the game. Does anyone know the river that flows through the Grand Canyon?
Yes, Danny does.
Colorado.
Yay!
Good job.
He actually does.
Yeah.
And what is the most consumed? Did you not believe it?
I thought Danny was just. I thought BJ was throwing Danny under the bus.
Oh.
No, I could tell. You can tell when we play this game. I look at Danny's eyes and I know when he knows stuff. And then there are times where Danny just gets so arrogant with disdain about how stupid is the caller.
That's my favorite thing about trivia. When you know the answer, all of a sudden, like you have this God complex.
You do. You're like, I'm smarter than you.
So much smarter than you.
Yeah, no, it's the Colorado River. It is.
Does anyone know the most consumed manufactured drink in the world?
I'm going to say tea.
Oh, and you were correct.
Yeah.
Makes sense,
Yeah.
You're so
tea's pretty
disgusted
big.
with that answer.
I mean, you
Say
think
that
China,
as I drink my cup of tea.
Yeah.
China, England. I mean, and other places. I'm
I
sure.
was just going to say water.
Well, you know what? I mean, in a way,
But it's not manufactured.
Do they? I know that's
They have
the
to
thing.
collect it.
When
Is
they
that
bottle
manufactured?
it,
Yeah, I guess we could really
they
nitpick that
filter
question.
it. I don't know. I you know how I like to pick on Vicky, but I'm not sure on this one.
Yeah.
Nice work, everybody.
Yeah, good job, Steve.
Yeah, wow, you're on.
Yeah, I feel like we all put our best foot forward in this.
we sure
And
did,
sorry,
man.
Alicia, that your husband's just meh.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do about that. Yeah. Actually, I don't know what we can do about it. This is National Sex Day. Maybe we got to import some talent.
Well, maybe she just wants to ensure that she's not going to get any.
No.
Is there a way that really the average heterosexual woman with a heterosexual man can ensure that she's not going to get any? I feel like guys will forgive so much if, in fact, you go, hey, would you like to? I feel like that would end every argument for me. No matter how pissed I was, I think I would be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, short of them, like, just pouring hot coffee on their lap. I mean, I think anything else.
Yeah, you're right. I suppose if you scald my package,
right,
I perhaps might not be game ready.
If you render it ineffective.
I got news for you, though. I have
You'll
a
still
feeling,
try?
I think I would still try. I really do. Because, you remember the days you're like, I'll fight through anything. When you're a young man, I'll fight through anything. I think I can get this done.
Rub some aloe on it.
Yeah, that's right. Rub some dirt and take a lap. I'm ready. I'll be back, honey.
Walk it off.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
They called him the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he really was for decades.
He extended his tentacles like an octopus throughout the entire entertainment industry.
Mr. Lou Wasserman.
This is Glitter and Might, an Odyssey Originals documentary podcast series written and narrated by me, Sean Levy. All episodes are available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Is your relationship going sideways?
Have a family issue? Problems with your coworker?
Do you need advice? We're here to help. No problem is too dumb. No dilemma is too silly. This is Help Wanted with BJ and Migs.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. What is Help Wanted? Well, for years we've been getting phone calls, texts, and messages from rockaholics wanting our advice on whatever problems they're having. So if you do have a relationship problem, maybe a problem at work, maybe you got anything going on, and here's the key, does not matter how dumb it is. Yeah, we're here for you. We are. 206-803-ROCK, that's the number to call. That's the number to text.
Oh, we got one that wants the help of Victoria and Sarah, as they put in the text.
Oh, wow. Well, let's bring Sarah in. I didn't even know they needed... they do need help, but...
We have a couple, actually, that have involved both Vicky and Sarah.
Yeah,
so maybe we could bang them both out right now.
Pardon me, don't say that. I don't think we want that.
The text.
Yeah, geez. Phrasing, Lana. Phrasing.
Yeah, it didn't come out right.
Okay, alrighty.
All right, so this one just came in like 5 minutes ago. Help wanted. I need help understanding what I'm doing wrong with my wife. So maybe a little help from Victoria and Sarah.
All right, that's not a bad call. Sarah is a new wife.
I am.
And, well, I don't know what Victoria can do, but all right, we'll give it a try.
Let's see. Okay, so I answer questions that she asks, and she says, don't give me attitude. I say, I'm not giving you any attitude. I'm just answering your question. Then she gets more mad and says, stop giving me attitude. What the actual F am I doing wrong? Do I have to answer every question with enthusiasm? Or what is it? I love my wife and everything about her, but this has just been bugging me for a few years. I don't want to piss her off, but somehow I always do.
Are you answering like the rhetorical questions? Like if she's venting and saying like, why would someone do that? And then you answer, of course you might get annoyed. So I'm curious.
But that's the attitude, though. Like,
why are you giving me attitude? Yeah, I'm curious. I wish he left an example.
Yeah, the context is one thing, Vicky. You're right.
Yeah.
If somebody's, that would be the context. But the way, the tone is the key.
Yeah.
I get that a lot, actually, in my relationship. I'm currently in the middle of that, where tone gets conflated with other sort of situations that might be worse. And that's something you kind of got to work that out. And sometimes it's hard for you two to work out. It's like you kind of need a third party who can be a referee. It's really hard to work out stuff like this just with two people. It's hard.
But how do you find a referee just to hang out around the house when you're just having random conversations?
Well, I kind of use a code word. It really is like a therapist.
Oh. How do you find a therapist that's going to hang around your house when you're having random conversations?
Well, you know what, Steve, if you pay me enough money, I will.
Oh, okay.
I will say,
yes.
Yeah, J-Rubs and I mean, we kind of have a similar sort of issue. I feel like I'm very like enthusiastic with kind of everything, and he's not, right? And so I'll ask him a question or something, and he'll answer. But to me, I'm like, oh, like, are you okay? Like, that's what I'll follow up with. And he's like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm totally fine. Like, that's just his natural tone.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like he should probably sit down with her and tell her, listen, like, this is just how I answer questions. It's no big deal. It's not, don't look into it. Like, I'm not trying to piss you off.
Right.
Or he could just, act really jolly about everything when he's answering.
Get like a little squeaky horn.
That.
Be like, hello.
Yeah.
Dinner sounds delicious.
Yeah. I don't recommend that.
But yeah, I mean, if that's just your natural, it happens to J-Rubs and I a lot, because we speak different languages essentially sometimes. So, and his tone's different.
Oh, really? That's so surprising that two different human beings speak different languages.
Yeah.
I know.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, and he just has like a normal tone, and he's not excited about everything all the time, especially all the questions I ask him.
Yeah, whenever my wife gets worried, I just do this. Just play that horn.
Really? I'm sure she loves that.
That's just delightful. I can see why you've been together for so long.
Now she knows that I'm not mad. I've had that happen for a little stretch where it was just like, she's like, are you grumpy? I'm like, no, I'm just tired. But it would keep going. I'm like, I'll let you know if I'm grumpy. And then the next day I'll be like, are you grumpy? I'm like, I thought I said I'll let you know. Now I'm grumpy. What the hell?
Stop asking me if I'm angry.
Yeah. And then I go, and then everything's good.
I'm just going to say that, look, it's not always women. It just depends on the relationship. But there's always one partner in a relationship that for some reason doesn't know how to put themselves in the other person's shoes. To be like, what's their day? Do you have any idea what's been going on in their day to understand? Like Sarah J-Rubs. J-Rubs works really hard. So, like, on a daily basis, I know that when he comes home, I get it. I don't even bother the guy since he lives in the same house with us. I know what he's been doing all day. All he wants to do is just chill the F out. And so I just feel like sometimes, I'm not saying you, because you guys, I never hear you guys fight. So listen, but I would say some partners just don't understand the other side.
I bother him a lot.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
Shocking.
I mean, that's what you get
Come
for
on,
marrying
babe. I want to
me.
go see the Dwarfinators. Yeah. That's nice.
He's like, do you have any friends? Please take them instead.
Yes.
I'm
But I
gonna
heard
be
you guys
sleeping.
yesterday. You guys had a really good negotiation yesterday because you were doing what you do. And I felt his pain because I know, like, the job that we have, and Steve, I don't know, but we're hyper social. We speak more than the average human being speaks. So when the weekend gets there, you kind of just wouldn't mind it a little quiet. I do.
Right.
I like it quieter than but everybody else who has a regular job, the weekend is the time to maybe socialize and really get after it. And we're so opposite. And it took my wife so long to realize that. I've heard Howard Stern talk about this. It kind of was a problem in his first marriage. He said it's one of the reasons why it ended was he said, I just couldn't be a regular husband because of this crazy
Didn't he
job.
just hole himself up in like a basement and like not even come out for his kids or his wife? I think he would say.
Yeah,
that's rather extreme.
It's extreme, and eventually he went and got therapy and realized, I know how to deal with it now.
Yeah.
He didn't know what to do, and so that was the best he could do.
I just take 90-minute bathroom breaks. It's not weird at all.
That's what a lot of people do. I mean, dude, my dad used to do that, and I get it now because he lived with me.
How much toilet paper are you using? No, don't worry, I'm good.
We had one bathroom in the house, and I remember my mother's like, "That's the only place that's his. Just got to let him have it." And I'm like, but I'd be like, "Mom, I don't want to go in there."
That was my dad. He's like, I got to go to the bathroom, and we wouldn't see him for like 2 hours.
Yeah, the best thing ever.
No idea what was going on in there, and I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah. It's all kind of making sense now.
Yeah.
Because J-Rubs takes a lot of bathroom breaks. I'm like, are you okay? Are your bowels good?
Oh, yeah, no, he needs a break.
But now I get it.
He still has his pants on. He's just sitting on the toilet reading
with
stuff.
his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have a small space. He's got nowhere to go except that bathroom.
The texter gave us an example.
Oh, here's the example of the tone, the way he answers.
Apparently, well, it's also hard with text, but...
All right, you try to do can you do his voice, maybe an impression?
All right, sure.
Here we go.
She asked if I could go look for something in the garage. I said, Yep, no problem.
Oh, yeah, that's the tone. It's the honeydew.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
what is he supposed to do? Be like, you got it, babe. Can't wait to see if it's in the garage.
With a big thumbs up.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it. If the tone comes across as like this is a big chore for him to do, like, oh, you can't just get up and do it yourself, then I would probably be like, you know what, fine. No, you sit on the couch. I'll go look for it.
Yeah.
But he said, yep, no problem. He's doing it.
Yeah, but
like, I can understand. She's like, do I look pretty in this dress? He's like, yeah, you look okay. Like, I can understand that being not so good.
Well, even the way you said, yep, no problem, though, you sounded like you did not want to do it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it, guys. Why are you guys giving me a problem about
But you
this?
don't. That's what she's upset with.
But you asked me to do it, and I'm doing it. I don't need to say, yippity dippity, I'm going to get it.
You did. I need
to talk to a counselor.
Yeah,
with
you
you
really,
guys.
you do. But I mean, we do this. I mean, look, I do this all the time. The yup, no problem is really, the subtext is, this is a big problem, you be.
Well, that's rather extreme.
That's what she's hearing. And I get
Well, she needs to get some Q-tips for those ears because that's not what he's saying.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you know what? There's a great. Like Brene Brown talked about this in her special. We are feeling machines that think, which means our emotions lead. So she's hearing his emotion, even though the words say one thing. His emotion is, "I hate you. I hate this. I hate my life." Wow. As he's going to the garage. I mean, that's the even the way you read it. Yep, no problem.
You did a great job.
Yeah, you sounded like a guy that was on the way to the gallows.
Couch is comfortable. The game is on. It's about to go into overtime.
We're not saying you're wrong.
I'm getting up. I'm still doing it.
But you're pissed about it. You know inside because guys are grumbly.
You guys all beating up on me about this.
But you are. You
I need
are
a break
grumbly.
from you guys.
Aren't you guys? Aren't you grumbly? You're grumbly right now.
I need a break.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds
to
me
BJ and Migs.
of when, like a guy asks a girl if she's okay or not, and they just say, she says, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, and it's like, no, you're not.
But you can clearly tell that she's
you're not fine at all. Mm-hmm.
But if she's saying she's fine.
Now, as we're sitting
I
there.
just respond, good to hear.
Yeah.
Glad you're good, babe.
Yeah, sounds
I know.
good.
See, you're the guy. Path of Lisa was good. You said you were fine. I don't know why we're getting divorced. I don't understand what happened here. You said you were fine every time.
If you're not fine, say you're not fine.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I don't need to play these silly games.
Yeah. Now, I will say
no problem.
this. I will say this to her because, again, if you're so in tuned and know that he's mad, how about you take a look and step back further, miss, and ask yourself, wow, he doesn't sound happy about this. Why could that be? And if you widen back and go, oh, wait, he's worked all day, or he sounds really tired. Oh, he was watching his favorite thing. I just interrupted him. Then you could ask yourself, did I need him to go to the garage right now, or could I have waited? Or could I have said to him, hey, honey, I know you're busy with the game. Is there a chance at some point you can go to the garage, but not right now because I want you to hang and stay with the game? That's different.
Yep, no problem, babe.
Yeah, see, that's how you get a better no problem.
You sounded a little more peppy in that one.
Yeah, you did.
Well, because I get to finish watching the game.
It's really as simple as that. The trouble is that we don't have these kind of skills. And I mean, unless you're like me and you go to therapy for 4 skillion years, where are you going to get these skills?
And the internet, YouTube.
Yes. YouTube?
Yes.
Well, look what it's done for Vicky. She's been on YouTube forever, and she's still Vicky.
She can change a flat tire now, though.
All right, there. I'm going to call you, Vicky, because I'm always afraid of my car breaking down. You're getting the call, Vicky.
We have another text.
All right, what do we got? What's going on?
And it's another one for Vicky and Sarah.
All right, here we go.
A little bit different.
Yes.
How do I get my girlfriend to want to do a threesome?
Yeah.
We're pretty open sexually in our conversation. She knows that's my ultimate kink that I have yet to fulfill, and I want to experiment with her and another female. I've told her I'm okay with trying out with another guy too, but she still feels unsure about both. Any suggestions on how I can make this happen?
Yeah, you are a douche. You need to leave the relationship. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not Vicky Yours. I'm sorry.
No, but that's kind of
No,
along
Sarah,
the
you
lines
sound different.
of what I was going to say. Like, if this is something that she's like, maybe not right now, down the line, then sure, bring it up again and be like, hey, how are you feeling about it now? But the fact that she's unsure, whether it's a her thing, she doesn't want to be with another person or another female, or, she just feels uncomfortable with the idea of like sharing you. Why are you pushing it? If that's not her thing, break up with her and then go fulfill your fantasy elsewhere. That is the whole idea of being in a relationship. You may not get to do those things that you had maybe planned on, but this is better because you're with somebody you love.
I don't know why you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, really, why are you in a committed relationship if, in fact, this is what you want to do?
Yeah.
I mean, unless
she's not feeling it. I mean, you can't force something like that onto it.
You should just jump into a polyamorous situation right away. I mean, that's really what you got to do, because I bet she got into it thinking this was a monogamous relationship.
Well, it sounds like she may have thought about it before, and maybe down the road.
Fantasies are not the same.
Depending on how long they've been together, and if they're really committed or this, that, or the other, they might eventually at some point. But it sounds like he wants to speed up the process.
Here's a tip. You ready? This is a tip for every human being on the planet. Okay, I know when you want something really bad, and then you ask somebody if they would like it. You can tell if somebody really likes something. You ready? I'm going to ask Vicky and Sarah something right now and ask them. Hey, guys.
For a threesome, I'm leaving the room.
Oh,
same.
I'm not going to ask them for a threesome.
Okay,
it would only be you and Danny I'd ask that, okay? I would never ask that.
Oh, then the answer is, yep, no problem.
But here we go. Here's what you can tell, and I'm going to ask these. Hey, Vicky, Sarah, would you guys like $1 million someday?
Yeah, of course.
See how quick that was? When you don't get that kind of an answer to your question from anybody, that means they don't want to do it. That right? It's pretty simple.
Now we know why sometimes he dips under $17 million. He's just handing out millions of dollars to prove points.
Would you like $1 million to have a threesome with me? I got news for you. Never got an answer to that question ever in my life.
Sometimes people in conversation say things they really don't want to follow through with.
But you can tell in their voice, just like the garage guy. Yep, I'll go. I mean, you know what? You can tell when someone doesn't want to do something.
Well, and I feel like if she does eventually change her mind and really want it to happen, she'll come to you when she's ready.
It ain't happening, Sarah.
That's okay. I don't
know.
giving
it up. He said, "I'm even willing to do it with a dude just so I could get this threesome."
I honestly don't know. I mean, I'm definitely more of the jealous type. I'm a jealous female, I will admit. But I would like to someday hopefully get comfortable enough and a little less jealous to eventually, I don't know, maybe I think it'd be so hot.
To eventually have a threesome?
Yeah.
Whose kid are you?
I mean, right now, I don't think I would, if
Does Johnny
J-Rubs...
Roberts want this?
Oh, my gosh. With another female? Absolutely.
Are you sure?
Has he said it?
Are you sure? Has he actually asked for that?
Well, I mean, I know he has said that, if I was to hook up with another girl, he would be more than down to watch. We haven't actually
I hope. Is he okay with you saying that?
Brought him into the scenario, because that would be the whole thing is, I think 2 girls and my guy, but they wouldn't actually do anything is way different than the full.
What are they just there with giant feathers, just keeping him cool?
Yeah.
They're feeding him a sandwich, actually.
Okay,
I'm in for that.
But so I mean, I do think you have to make sure you're confident in your relationship, and then that might go somewhere.
You cannot prepare for that. Even if you think you can prepare for that, until you actually see it happen in front of you, you will never know what that feels like.
Right.
And then you'll be like, it's too late. Now I don't know why I did this.
Both people have to be on
Would you do this at Dad's
board.
house, or would you not do it at Dad's house?
I mean, if Dad's out of
Why
town.
would you bring that up?
Sure.
No, it's not going to happen.
I got my own bed.
House. We're not going to have a menage.
There's a few couches.
No, you know what? That is, no.
I was just curious.
If you were, do it on the artificial grass, because I can spray that down.
Oh, God.
Okay, that's up, but not in
We
the
have
What woman do you think
neighbors.
they're bringing in?
probably somebody from the forest. Somebody who doesn't, I mean, some wild, feral Yellow Jackets woman. That's the only person who would do something like
Are you
that.
looking for Bigfoot?
Yeah. You know what?
How'd you know my type? Wow.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's been a long winter. I haven't shaved.
So what do you want? Do you want a Misty? Do you want a Ty, Sarah? What kind of woman do you want in this relationship? Do you want a Shauna? Who do you want from
I'll take
Yellow
any of them,
Jackets?
really.
All right, because you got to be careful, because you could end up eaten, shot. I mean, you never know with that show.
It'd be worth it.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
But anyway, have her come to you when she's ready.
She's not ready. I'll bet everybody
she's
on
not
the
ready
show
right
now. How
now.
much money? I'll bet you guys cash. There's no way she wants this ever in her life. Vicky's with me on this. You know how bad that is, because she hates to agree with me on everything.
I do. No, I don't think she's down for
She's
it.
totally not down for it. Sarah's
I think
just,
she might be in the future.
Oh, you're high. God, give me some cash, girl. I want some of that money back I gave you. What do you got?
Let's make a bet. Maybe they'll text in and say they did it.
Okay.
In a
How
few
much?
years.
What's the time? Do we have a year on this? 2 years? What do we got?
Until the Mariners win the World Series.
Oh, we got
God.
a lifetime then. All
I'm
right,
never
let's make
collecting
this bet.
Jesus, Steve, thanks for that. That bet will never see fruition.
Yeah, sometimes the timing of a certain text comes in, and you're just like, this is the worst time to have this text come in on my. I got a text from the pest people, but if you read it real quick, it just says, I just want to let you know I'm in your yard doing your service. So I'm like, out of context.
Yeah,
I'm just
sure.
really kind of confused.
The pest people.
Yeah. I'm in your yard doing your service.
The pool boy's in the yard doing his service. Yeah, but we don't have a pool, honey. I don't. Okay, well, if you say so.
It must be a different person's yard then.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another listener question. How do I rebuild my credit after filing bankruptcy?
You rebuild it, one creditor at a time by making your payments on time on your rent or your mortgage, by continuing to make car payments on a car that you keep during your case. You can also, as I said, you can almost always get a credit card almost immediately after filing bankruptcy. Sometimes it's a secured card, and it'll almost always have a really high interest rate on it. But you could get a small balance credit card and charge a tank of gas or a dinner once a month on that, and make the payment, pay it off every month, and that'll help you build a credit history one creditor at a time, and will help you rebuild your credit over time.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Hello, I'm actor and small business owner Ty Burrell, and I'm going to tell you how Innovation Refund's network of independent tax attorneys help eligible small businesses file for the ERC. Also, they're letting me play with the soundboard, and I love it. They analyze and interpret ERC claims to help businesses get the refund amounts they may qualify for. Go to innovationrefunds.com or call 1-843-REFUNDS.
Innovation Refunds does not provide tax or legal advice. We work with an independent network of tax professionals to evaluate and process your claims. Terms and conditions apply. Ty is a paid spokesman.
They called him the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he really was for decades.
He extended his tentacles like an octopus throughout the entire entertainment industry.
Mr. Lou Wasserman.
This is Glitter and Might, an Odyssey Originals documentary podcast series written and narrated by me, Sean Levy. All episodes are available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Summer is in full swing, and it's time to celebrate with all your favorite chips and zips. No matter what adventures you have planned, don't forget to stop by Walmart for everything you need to quench your thirst and satisfy those summer cravings. Whether you're hosting a backyard barbecue with the tangy crunch of Lay's Limon, or catching some waves with the crisp, refreshing taste of an ice-cold Pepsi, it's the perfect season to get your snack on. But summer won't be here forever, so stock up on all your favorite chips and zips at Walmart.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. A poll was done on a site called One Poll. Hey, they're in the right business at least. And what this poll was is to determine the greatest video games of all time.
Oh.
Is it an official poll? Is it done professionally? Probably not. It's probably just idiots like me that could go, here's what I think.
Yeah, I feel like One Poll sounds more official than BJ's poll.
Wow. That's there's a lot to be said.
Yeah.
And I think we'll just move on.
All right, so it's number one's Madden and everything else you could tell me about, right?
Here's the thing. Madden is not on the list.
What?
Which is insane to me. How is Madden not considered one of the greatest video games of all time just because of the fact that it's had so many incarnations and it's one of the best brands you'll ever have?
For me, that would be the go-to. If you're like, okay, Steve, you got to hook up your Xbox One again and you can only play one video game. What is it going to be? I like my WWE games, but I really enjoy playing Madden more than anything else.
So this must be a poll that is a worldly poll because you got to love football to want to play that game. Football is primarily an American sport.
But in the top 15 I don't know what Football Manager is, but Football Manager made this list.
That is weird. You're right.
What is Football Manager?
I have no clue. I imagine it's for like fantasy football, perhaps. Maybe, I don't know. Number one was a sporting, a sports video game, and that's why I thought it might be more worldly because it's FIFA, which of course the world loves soccer, so it makes sense to me that could be the number one.
I know a lot of people who don't even care about soccer but are obsessed with playing FIFA, and it is a fun video game.
Yeah.
I remember I got hooked on it for I don't remember what year. I wouldn't be the right guy to have this conversation. Be like, my favorite is FIFA from 2006. I don't know those kind of details. I know some people are really they know that stuff really well.
Also, it looks like Football Manager is a soccer thing too.
Oh, there we go. That's why, Steve.
It was developed by British developers.
There you go, Steve. Nobody cares about our kind of football.
What about American football?
Yeah. And that makes sense. I think it makes sense that this is a poll that is, the whole world, which I'm giving one poll a little bit more, all right, even though you should only really poll Americans. What are you talking to everybody else for?
Number 2 has to be Grand Theft Auto.
That's got to be in the top 10.
It has to be.
It is in the top 5, actually. Grand Theft Auto is number
2?
4. No, not number 2. Danny, lists are weird because I'm looking at this list and I'm like, I think number 6 should be number 1 because of the fact of the graphics involved, because of what it does and what you've been able to do with multiple players. I just feel
Halo?
No, though Halo, it is in the world. It's a first-person shooter. There you go, Call of Duty.
I can see that being number 1 easily.
And I know Halo is probably a third-person shooter, so don't get mad at me for that. But
I'm already pissed. I just chose not to talk about it.
So I think Call of Duty should be number 1.
But you get so many games you think about. Because I would imagine the Pac-Mans and Super Mario Brothers and Donkey Kongs. These are all games that are popular.
And Joey Dees is really I don't know about you so much, Danny, but Joey Dees is our video game expert. If you know,
100%.
So
the great Joe Genie.
The great Joe Genie loves video. He still plays. So if probably out of anybody on the show, he's probably the expert.
Okay, what's your number 1, Joe Genie?
Well, I would have gone with Halo, honestly, but nowadays I think the kids would say Fortnite.
Yeah. Really? And that's not on the list either.
Wow. It's not in the top 50. Someone just texted in.
Yeah, not on the list. Red Dead. I can understand that they're going to go back to the classics, but I'm with Joe. How is Fortnite or even Minecraft? Do you call that a video game?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. How is? And let me see if it is on here, and I'm missing it. Oh, it is. It's number 12. Okay, I was going to say if Minecraft wasn't on this list because that is huge, especially with kids and adults too.
I don't understand. Lily loves Minecraft.
I don't know what Minecraft is.
Yeah, it's you build your own worlds. You do all kind. I don't even know.
But the graphics are so ridiculously
old
school that
they're block. They're 8-bit.
Yeah,
that's funny.
8-bit people love it.
We went to we had a listener that texted in and she asked me and Lily to go to the Minecraft studios in Bellevue, and Lily was enamored by it. She was so stoked on it, and I just, not that I don't get it, it's a cool creative thing for them to do, but man, I cannot play that game for more than 15 minutes without getting frustrated.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of patience.
Not at all.
And it's not I'm not saying that it's a bad thing for someone who does have that kind of patience.
No.
It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys really...
That's why I like Madden. It's okay, I play the game, and there's an end to the game within 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have a lot of... it's just like all your wrestling games. You just design a character, and then you never play it again.
Well, yeah, I play it, but I'm just all I do is punch and kick. I can't figure out how to run off the ropes, and it just takes so much effort. Too many freaking buttons.
God forbid that it is a game. You gotta have effort.
Yeah, when I say, okay, now I try to put him in a submission. I don't know how to put him in a submission. I don't even know how to get out of this damn submission. I give up.
I can't even turn the TV on. Give me a break.
I know, right? You're asking too much out of me. I know how to throw a Hail Mary pass, and that's all that matters.
Now I'm going to give you guys some clues. Okay. All right? When you think about a beloved franchise, because number 1 is FIFA, we said Grand Theft Auto is number 4, Call of Duty's number 6. You guys are trying to think of what should be in the top 5. This is a beloved franchise in the world of video games.
Has to be something like Mario Party.
There you go.
Super Mario Brothers.
It's actually, you guys are semi-close. There's no party. There is a
cart.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
That's at every party you ever go to, especially in college. It's
Mario Kart.
Let's play Mario Kart
or Mario Party.
I don't even remember the last time I played any kind of Mario game. To be honest with you,
it's been a long time for me.
The last time I played any game, but I think maybe on Wii.
Yeah.
There was a Mario game?
I haven't played any of the new ones. The only ones that I play are the old ones. I have Super Mario Brothers 3 on the original.
Do you know Super Mario World? Because that's number 3. Not Super Mario Brothers. It's Super Mario World.
So Mario's in there twice? He's double dipping?
2 and 3. Mario Kart 2, Super Mario World number 3. In the top video games of all time.
Okay, I got one.
All right.
Because it's after Madden, the greatest game ever.
Okay.
made a couple great movies out of it as well. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Number 8 on the list.
Thank you. Glad to see it in there.
See, I hate this list because, I mean, granted, I haven't played video games in a long time, but I played them way back in the day when they first started coming out, and I played them for up until into my 40s. So there's a lot of games that I think, my God.
But this is an impossible task. There's so many different styles of games, from video games to computer games. There's just too much. What about Tetris? Someone texted in.
Tetris should be on there, though I hate the game, but it should. It's number 7.
Okay, good.
But I would say to the great Joe Genie, how is the World of Warcraft in some incarnation not on there?
Oh man, that's a good point. That really did change the online gaming, experience, and they made $1 bajillion.
And it's not on there. And I think, I'm sorry, but
what do you take off the list to put these things on?
You're right. Football Manager I take off in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell that is.
Yeah, I got to take it. You have to sacrifice some things. So, I mean, but it's because they're going history, though. That's the problem. There are games that are like, you go, all right, what started it? You got to give Space. I guess Space Invaders is always going to be on the list. Is it always there? It
would be on my list. I love that game.
And it was revolutionary for the time. I was there. I lived it. I was Stranger Things back then. We were at the arcade. We were those kids. That's for sure. But I think
what about Mortal Kombat?
I was about to say, you said arcade.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Mortal Kombat is good. I do. I think it's the best of those, those side-by-side fighter games. But unfortunately, I look at this list and go, I don't know who you bump off except Football Manager. Because
Football Manager would be gone immediately.
Yeah, I can't bump off Minecraft. Number 11 is Tomb Raider, and it did revolutionize. Yeah. It did.
Mm-hmm.
You got to give props to a video game that could eventually be turned into an actual movie
and be good.
Well, that's
you know what, even debatable on that.
Yes. It's not. Yeah,
I like the Angelina Jolie ones, but I was also middle school, high school.
I enjoyed them as well.
I think you're talking about Last of Us, the new HBO show, because that is actually a video game that's been turned into something really good.
Yeah, somebody just texted about that. How do you not put Last of Us on there right now?
Yeah, unfortunately, Last of Us. It's just because there's other stuff that's more historic. That's probably why World of Warcraft didn't
Texter's got a good one, and I know it comes up a lot, and understandably so, because it was an awesome game. 007, GoldenEye. The James Bond game.
And I
Best
think
game ever.
People love that game.
I think there are other things that have taken its place. Call of Duty basically has taken its place, unfortunately.
Well, one game that is both historic, loved by kids then, loved by kids now, and they have so many different types of games, Pokemon.
Vicky, if you were to talk about card games, like in the world of collectible card games,
that wasn't
Pokemon,
originally, right?
Yeah.
Is it even a video game?
They have Pokemon Snap, there's Pokemon Go, and then they had the different Game Boy games, like yellow, red, blue, between silver, gold, ruby. Like, it doesn't matter if the card game is the first thing you think of. They were iconic Game Boy games.
Yeah, I just feel like when you're putting together a top 15, Pokemon probably gets knocked out because other stuff came before it that's just as historic. That's the same thing with Warcraft, like I said.
What about pole position?
It's interesting for a driving game. That is the GOAT, isn't it?
We were obsessed
way back in the day.
Yeah. Also turned out to be a great bar now next to a gentleman's club.
No, there's no. As a matter of fact, there are no driving games on here.
Really?
Well, except Mario Kart and Grand Theft Auto.
Count?
When you think about it, Grand Theft Auto is kind of a driving game.
Well,
you do run over some hookers every once in a while.
What was that one? Gran Turismo? That one was huge.
That was cool.
I was in high school.
Gran Turismo?
Gran Turismo.
That one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, you guys are missing number 5, and it's a classic, one of the first video games that ever came out. It's like in that era, but it was better than Frogger.
Barnstorming.
Again, it was the game back in those days.
Miss Pac-Man.
There we go. What's interesting? A lot of people believe it should be Miss Pac-Man, but no, Pac-Man made the list because I guess it came first. Pac-Man's number 5.
Oh, Texas got a good one. What about E.T.?
E.T. The Atari version?
Yes.
Yeah, that was just the best.
No, it's not. I remember getting that game. And there's a whole documentary about how bad that game is, and it's so good.
Didn't they bury them?
Yes,
of them? Yeah.
It was so bad they buried it.
I remember being so excited getting that game.
The Troll.
And that game, I did not I was like, what am I doing? I don't understand how to win this game. But I kept playing it.
There are so many old games like that, though, especially, pre-saves. Like, you're just like, how do you win this game? I don't get it.
Like, what is the point of this game?
Now, games like Minecraft and Farmville and all that, you have to give a nod to number 9 on the list, which a lot of you may not know and maybe not even play, but The Sims, which I do believe does deserve to be on the list.
I am still obsessed with The Sims. In fact, I am not allowed to play The Sims because otherwise you wouldn't see me for weeks.
Yeah.
I am that obsessed. So.
That's why it's hard with this list. It's hard, man. I mean, they deserve to be on it.
Mm-hmm.
What about the video game Combat for Atari? Do you remember that?
Monster League Hockey. Where's that on the list?
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah. Or there's the Nintendo Blades of Steel.
Ooh.
See, I was thinking Contra.
Yeah.
Ooh, Contra was a good one.
And you were thinking about, of course, talking about Mario. What about Mario's origin story?
Oh, Legend of Zelda?
That's not Mario's origin story.
I don't know.
Where did we first meet Mario?
Donkey Kong.
There we go. That's on the list, too.
I've always wondered why Donkey Kong was not a donkey.
Right.
Oh, you haven't heard the story? It's all over that 90s show. As a matter of fact.
I haven't.
It's one of the best bits of that 90s show is they all get high and discuss Donkey Kong.
I have to watch that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's funny. There's a few things that with the Japanese translation they just got wrong. They were trying to say Monkey Kong, but instead they called it Donkey accidentally.
I never knew that.
You know what's funny is I knew the backstory, but because I'm just so conditioned to say Donkey Kong, I was about to say, it was originally meant to be called Monkey Kong. But
Monkey.
I almost did that too.
Right?
Hey, Monkey. Was Eddie Murphy doing the role? Monkey.
Not K, Monkey.
Yeah.
Like donkey.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Pronounce it right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
I let you down. Mike Myers and I just don't have the accent right. That's great.
I
so
do love the story, though, of Pac-Man. Originally, his name was supposed to be like Hockey Puck.
Oh.
But they realized that you could easily vandalize that.
Oh, the P.
Oh, right.
So they said, Pac-Man.
So it was supposed to be Puck-Man.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's cool when you hear the stories of just what has to be done or mistakes or just like, oh, we don't want people to wrte F-man.
Right, and then almost zero effort to fix it.
Yeah.
Screw it. It's called Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, Monkey Kong, Donkey Kong.
And we never ever, for years, I played that game and never, ever questioned the name. I never did. It wasn't until maybe 15, 20 years ago when people started doing it. But in the 80s when I played that game, never once did I go, why do they call this Donkey Kong? I don't think I ever asked that. And I'm the kind of guy that would.
A texter brought up a really good one, and I don't think it's on the list, but what about Guitar Hero?
Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh, and it's
a video game.
I would put Dance Dance Revolution ahead of that because they're the ones that started it.
I know, but that sucked.
Yeah, that was.
But I feel like if you want to, I agree with you. But do you give Dance Dance Revolution the fact that they created a genre that allowed Guitar Hero to exist? That's the trouble with lists like this.
Well, even Dance Dance Revolution or Guitar Hero, who are really still playing it anymore?
Me.
Besides Danny.
No.
Yeah, it's not. None of them are on none of them are on the list. But
Guitar Hero, man, dude, did that hit like the high of highs and then just dip out?
Yeah.
I agree, but at the same time, I still have friends that have Guitar Hero parties.
Right, but you're not seeing them being sold really anymore.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They don't do the guitars. Yeah,
I get it. It's a great party game to do. I agree. Like if I was at a party and feel like let's do Guitar Hero, I'd be like, let's have fun. Like that would be awesome. But you don't really see people talking about it or buying it anymore.
All right, so there's one more I have not told you. It's number 14 on the list, and we'll see if you want to put Guitar Hero or everything we talked about, World of Warcraft or whatever games. Would you put, or even Fortnite? Would you put those ahead of Wii Sports?
Yes.
Ooh, man, that was also that was a
game.
That was very popular for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. Everybody was doing it,
like playing the tennis and the bowling.
And then you would accidentally let go of the controller and it smacks the TV and you
break the controller, break the TV.
See, worldwide,
I would put Guitar Hero ahead of Wii Sports.
Oh, worldwide, it's tough.
Yeah,
it's a tough one when you go worldwide. America, I think I'm 100% with you, Steve.
Remember Wii Fit? People were that's how they were working out.
Yep.
I fell in line with that for a half a second.
I had that board you were supposed to do stuff on top of the white Wii Fit board. Remember, it was like a it was like a big plastic board.
The ones you see at thrift stores all the time.
Yeah,
now.
I never used it.
The balance board.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I used that for 20 seconds, and then I thought, what am I doing? I would just want to play video games. I don't want to do this.
Do you think they knew that this was going to? I mean, when it got massively popular, they're probably thinking, man, we've struck gold.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it just stopped being popular.
Well, because then there was many people like me who was just I remember the days of sitting on my beanbag with Mountain Dew and Cheez-Its playing my game, and I don't want to stand up while playing. What is this?
Dude, I just want to sit down and play tennis. Exactly. I don't want to get up. And if I wanted to get up and play tennis, I'd go outside and play tennis.
Exactly.
BJ and Migs. Mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Over the years, man, we've talked about all the different riders, the contracts that different bands, performers have, and I love the little things they throw in there.
Yes.
Which we thought made bands crazy, but really ensured that the contract and rider was red. That was the whole idea of why they would do a green M&M's only or whatever.
Yeah.
They wanted to be sure.
That was the Van Halen thing, where it was like, hey, why are they being such prima donnas that they don't want certain M&M's in there? And like, no, we're just this is a way to test the local crew to make sure they're following our instructions.
Which is pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
I have to say it's a brilliant idea.
Also a pain in the ass still.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it's not.
Right.
So this one here with Kevin Hart, who we earlier talked about in the show, like great comedians, who's the big comedian of the generation, and we have to put Kevin Hart on that list.
He's got a big tour coming up, too.
And the Reality Check tour. And now that tour is ready to rock, we're finding out some conditions for him to come perform in your town. And in his rider, he is very particular about the stool that he uses on stage, which, I mean, I have to say I get it. Because that's you've got a microphone and you've got a stool. It's like, that is like a basic comedian's toolbox.
That's your setup. More of not even to sit on, but that's just like where you place your water and maybe your little notes, like your set list for the jokes that you're going to tell that night.
And the document very clearly states that the only acceptable stool for Kevin Ryder is a Winsome brand, 29-inch tall, square leg, flat top model.
Yeah, we don't need any of those 32 inchers.
Yeah, it's got to be 29 inches. But I mean, he's a shorter guy. So.
Right, because if it was 32, it'd be above his head. No, sorry.
Are you opening up? I mean, really, he ought to be.
I'm here for him, man.
Yeah, you'd be. The rider even provides an Amazon link in case the venue needs to buy one.
That's pretty brilliant.
And it says, quote, the exact stool is important and substitutions will not be accepted. Please notify us immediately if there are any issues.
Dude, I'm looking at his whole rider thing, and it's pretty awesome. Like, he's got different categories for the type of drinks that he wants, the type of alcohol, the types of hot food, the types of salad. But one part I do love, although he doesn't want any of us backstage, he says media should never be allowed access inside the venue. We don't honor media requests or give out media passes.
Wow.
So if you want to go see Kevin Hart, you got to pay.
Isn't that fascinating?
I wonder if people were kind of like putting out like fake media passes, like, hey, I'm here to cover the show, and they were getting in for free. I'm a press man, see?
I wonder about that. I know when I have been backstage at other events with celebrities before they're going on stage, and some people in my business they're bothering the hell out of the person.
Yeah.
Like, we have access to the performer, which is really cool, little backstage access. You learn if you're a professional is they're about to go on stage, so you don't want to put them in a bad space. You don't want to do that. So you kind of go, thank you, nice to meet you, and you go, that's about it. You just know. If you're lucky to meet him, that's amazing. And one person just drove William Shatner crazy. And I was like, the guy, he goes, I'm going out on stage in like 5 minutes. Will you leave me alone?
Spocky.
And you feel horrible as a professional going, dude, you're in the media, I'm in the media, we're both in the same business. You know what it's like to perform. What are you doing? Why? And he's not a young man either. He was in his 80s. It's like, what are you doing?
And everyone has a certain effect that William Shatner has on them, man.
Yeah, so I can see why Kevin Hart's probably like, no way. I remember Jim Norton was also, you just assumed Jim Norton would be a guy to party with. And you go backstage, and he does not.
I would never have assumed that. That's why I thought it was funny when we were all backstage. Like, some people think, we're going to party. He doesn't drink. He's very serious. And
you knew more about him than I did.
Yeah,
I really just feel. I think because of the kind of show he does, and also the people he was associated with, working with Opie and Anthony back in the day. You just assumed it was a giant party back there, and it wasn't. Like, he was super professional. Don't distract me, and which I have a lot of respect for, because you have to be, if you're going to be good at your job, you really have to.
That's how I bonded with his main guy.
Club Soda Kenny,
because he watched me wrangle up our entire crew and be like, "Yo, we all need to go."
Yeah,
I got that vibe rather quickly that Jim did not want us back there because he didn't like us, but he didn't want us back there because we were distracting. And so afterwards, he even sent me a text being like, "Hey man, I really appreciate how you handled things." Like, so I didn't have to look like the bad guy. I was like, "I got it, man. I saw the look in your face and the look in Jim's face, and I was like, we are not welcome back here."
Yeah, that was a good job on your part.
Yeah. I am looking at Kevin Hart's rider.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of fun stuff, including his very important category, which includes mouthwash, floss sticks, BJ. I think you'd appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
Also, Vaseline lip therapy, the original minis.
Oh, yeah, I need that.
iPhone chargers, which I think is a great idea. That way you don't have to pack them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A box of Kleenex. Not exactly sure what. If that's before or after.
I have a runny nose, so I would need that.
This sounds like BJ's almost.
This would be my rider. You're right.
Yeah.
A deck of playing cards.
Oh, well, if you want to do magic tricks.
Man-scented candles.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh, I know what that means. That my girlfriend is obsessed with them. So it's just like they smell like cologne as opposed to like florally and whatnot.
see,
I think
I'd
they sell them at Bed Bath and Beyond or Bath and Body Works and
What
stuff.
about a Yankee candle?
They call them mandals.
candles.
It's like like one of the ones is like teak wood, and it's very like it smells like a cologne.
What about
as
green
opposed to-
grass? I like the scent of green grass.
Well,
I guess
gives
that's
me
man,
allergies.
green grass.
yeah, that's man scented, like you just mow the lawn.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
There's
I like apple scents and stuff, though.
But how about
those
a
aren't really.
They're not manly. I know.
No.
Yeah.
wood smoke bourbon
Yeah, there you go.
or cashmere kush?
Yeah, that's a
That sounds like weed.
that does
Right,
sound
it
like
does.
weed.
Cedar
Yeah.
and suede.
That would be on my rider because I don't like that. I don't like candles like making my nose all messed up.
I mean, I don't know how many people are on his crew or how many people he invites backstage, but like he's on all these different types of Red Bulls, 8 cans of the watermelon one, 8 cans of the regulars, 8 cans of the
Nice.
sugar-free, bunch of other pineapple juice. Like he's got all
That's
this
got to
stuff.
be the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to. He's taking care of his people.
Seems to like tequila because he
Oh.
wants a different, like 2 bottles of Añejo tequila.
Okay, wait a second. If it's not Terramana, is he just trolling the rock by not having Terramana on that rider?
What is Gran Coramino? I wonder if that's a good brand.
Yeah, it's brand.
Yeah, I think it's hysterical. There's no Terramana.
I wonder how much money, how expensive the Gran Coramino bottles are.
Probably.
Oh, they're over $100 for some of them.
All right,
That's
there you
why.
go.
Yeah.
The Rocks is a little bit more of like more of
A working
affordable.
man's.
Yeah.
A working man's tequila.
He wants the good stuff. This does
is
look good.
this is Kevin Hart's tequila. Literally,
Oh,
he founded
has his
it.
own.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that he had his own
I
tequila.
didn't either.
Oh, and he's going against the Rock, and
I
the
wonder who
Rock
came up
says,
with it first.
But he's doing high end, and Rock's doing affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's brilliant. He's getting bottle sales every night he's out on the road.
Yeah.
Because that's on his rider.
Yeah.
that's. I don't even know if is that legal. Can you do that? Can you tell them to get this brand and they got to go get it? And it's yours?
Absolutely.
He's,
Well, what's illegal about telling them like what it's okay to have
somebody's paying like he's making money off of drinking his own product. That's genius.
Yeah, I mean, like it's okay for him to ask for a Red Bull.
I know because he's not making money. I don't. It seems like. Oh, I don't know. It's a pretty good idea, though. I mean, if it's legal, I'd say go for it.
He's willing to put his name on it. He's willing to drink it.
Yeah. Okay. So
Also, I hope he's not ordering these stools from Amazon because they're currently out of stock. And
Oh,
they don't know
no!
when they're going to be available.
Probably because every show has been buying them.
at this point,
he
though,
doesn't just bring it on the road.
Yeah,
Like it's part of like the tour,
yeah.
like in the tour van.
Yeah,
or
right.
tour van in the tour bus.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. That you would think that his people, somebody could just bring it in the car or whatever, whatever they go, or they check it as luggage.
Are you curious what kind of food he wants? What kind of hot
Yes,
food?
we're talking about Kevin Hart's rider that he has.
I guess the tour's been going on for a little bit before, so maybe it's coming back, and this is why it's back in the news. But hot soup, no pork for 8 people.
Oh.
Hot soup, no pork.
40 pieces of drum and flats for the chicken wings, lemon
Yes.
pepper flavored.
Oh, okay.
The flats only, huh?
Yeah, no, drum and flats.
Oh, drum and flats,
Yep,
sorry.
Yep. Beef entree for 10 people.
Okay, he's feeding his people.
Yep, a chicken entree that's boneless, a fish entree, green vegetables, a bunch of steamed brown rice, some dessert. No cookies, though, it says.
Oh, really?
I wonder if he's got a
Wow.
thing for cookies.
Wow.
And he's like, you know what? If I don't have them, I don't eat them.
Yeah, that's how I would be, but I would want the cookies.
He has a small plate of celery sticks, but that's just enough for 3 people.
Yeah, he did. You know what? No cookies and celery sticks. That man wants to keep in shape.
Yeah,
That's what you do because celery sticks they're no calories.
Although
None.
he does want nacho cheese Doritos in individual sized bags.
Well, that way you can have you don't go crazy.
He likes that skinny pop popcorn.
There you go.
That's what you do when you're me and you're trying to lose a little weight.
It's got the Boom Chicka Pop popcorn, the sea salt flavor.
Same.
I appreciate that.
Same deal.
Bunch of almonds, bunch of other stuff as well.
Oh yeah, that's why he doesn't want cookies. He's like, no, I get because he wants the cookies but doesn't.
What if someone accidentally had like a cookie on the table? Is he gonna
Oh,
lose his
you
mind?
get hit with a stool.
That's why they're all out of yeah.
That's why Amazon doesn't have anymore. I had to beat him with a stool. He brought a cookie.
I want to try his tequila.
Yeah,
I don't want to spend that kind of money, though.
I want to try the cookies he doesn't want. Can we get those? No.
So it says, what would be your weird request on a rider?
I've thought about it a lot, and it's hard, like, to actually come up with something that's like so specific.
I got one.
Okay.
And I only think of it because I'm looking at your shirt and you have the Green Day shirt on, right?
Sure.
So I got in time, got to go back when they had the Key Arena, got to go backstage, wait. Wasn't really exciting. It was like you just kind of in the way, but the wait for Trey Cool to be done doing whatever he's doing in his dressing room so that we could have an interview in person.
Sure.
And it was such a chaotic interview. He was at peak ADD form. Like he's running around the room and I'm trying to chase. Like he's literally running around the room, BJ, throwing things against the wall, just being a goofball.
Wow.
And I'm just like, can you just chill out for like 3 minutes? Give me it. And I know he was doing it just to mess with me and I'm trying to just have fun with it. But at one point, the best part of the interview was like, I was like, so what's on your rider? What do you got in here? And he gave me a tour of some of the things. And one of the things was fresh socks.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, wow. And he's like, fresh underwear, fresh socks. That's always on our rider. That way we don't have to pack them.
That makes sense.
I was like, that's genius.
That is very, very genius.
Specific brand, I wonder, or if it's just like whatever you guys find.
I didn't buy, that was a follow-up question I could have asked, but he was too busy throwing food against the wall to show me how crazy he is.
Wow.
Punk rock, man.
That's a great question, though. That is a great question to ask a band. What's on your rider? And if they're cool enough to take you on a tour of that's really cool. If you got
he
video.
showed me this stuff. He was being a goofball. He was a decent dude, but like that I thought was the coolest thing. I'm like, you know what? If I ever made it where I could go on a tour, how great would it be to not have to worry about packing socks?
That'd be awesome.
And nothing better than a fresh pair of socks after the show. You take a shower, you got some socks, and it would always be more than just one. Like there was a whole stack of socks. Like it was like a smorgasbord of socks.
You got to have your options.
And for the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
and then
love
you wear
that
them once
idea.
and you chuck them.
That's so funny.
It's kind of gangster.
Yeah, that's really.
I was going to ask if you wash them ahead of time or want them to be washed ahead of time, or do you like them just crisp out of
crisp?
Because
I think I want them washed first.
I like everything washed before I wear it.
Yeah, I won't put on socks until I wash them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be that guy.
Look at your rider.
Oh, I thought of one. Dion's Pizza. Every stop I go to across America, they have to have Dion's Pizza in my dressing
Boy, that would be tough to do since you got to go to New Mexico to get it.
Make it happen. Wow. I don't care how you make it happen.
I was thinking no-name cakes would be interesting to say, hey, can you? But I mean, at least there's some mods in a lot of different places besides Washington.
Yeah.
I remember when we did those shows with Steel Panther, and they're like, "What do you want on your rider?" The club, and we're like, "You don't know what to ask," so we're like, "I don't know, like." Bottle of whiskey and the rotisserie chicken and like you're just like some bagels, like you throw it like they're not gonna come through with any of this stuff, and we just put like a bunch of random beer, and then sure as that we go in the back room and there's a bottle of whiskey, some chicken, and like bagels and like peanut butter, and we're just like we should have asked for more. This was obviously like not a big deal to them. Like they had it no problem, and then. God bless freaking Steel Panther. At the end of each night, they had an insane rider of like pizza, this. They're like, boys, just take whatever you want back to wherever you're staying because it's going to get thrown away and they're going to replenish everything for the next night because we did 3 nights with them. Oh, man. We had garbage bags full of like pizza boxes and alcohol.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And we took it back to the Airbnb and we were like, dude, we're set for breakfast and lunch.
That's awesome.
That's you know what that's when you know like hey as an opener how cool is that when the headliner goes hey here's the good life.
Oh, they were great, and they're like, but none of us really drink that much. I think only one of the members really drank, but they would get all this booze for guests.
Yeah,
so we're just taking back all this booze as well. It was awesome. Best 3-day tour ever, BJ.
Yeah, I can appreciate that, dude. You guys, I mean, it was royalty.
But first, we're like this. We're 5 of us, all just sharing one rotisserie chicken because we didn't think to ask for more. Just idiots.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. How long is a bankruptcy going to affect my credit rating?
Of course, most of the time, by the time we're talking about filing a bankruptcy, the credit has already taken a huge hit. Chapter 7 is going to affect it more negatively than Chapter 13. Chapter 7 stays on your credit report for 10 years from the time you file. It usually takes 7 or 8 years for your credit scores to get back into the normal range in a Chapter 7 case. However, your credit will start to recover even in Chapter 7 after about a year. You'll be able to get credit again right away, usually before your case is even over. Chapter 13 stays on your credit report for 7 years and usually takes about 3.5 years for your credit to get back in the normal range. So Chapter 13 will mean your credit gets better much more rapidly.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hello, I'm actor and small business owner Ty Burrell, and I'm going to tell you how Innovation Refund's network of independent tax attorneys help eligible small businesses file for the ERC. Also, they're letting me play with the soundboard, and I love it. They analyze and interpret ERC claims to help businesses get the refund amounts they may qualify for. Go to innovationrefunds.com or call 1-843-REFUNDS.
Innovation Refunds does not provide tax or legal advice. We work with an independent network of tax professionals to evaluate and process your claims. Terms and conditions apply. Ty is a paid spokesman.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Call State Farm agent Sierra Belleville in Bellingham today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
Let's play Beat Migs.
I will beat anyone that calls in to play the game. He's smarter than you. He'll make you look lame. 60 seconds on the clock. You're going down and I'm gonna rock. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know I sure am because we made it. It's Friday.
Oh, look, Danny is jumping.
I am definitely ready for Friday because I am in my It's Friday shirt.
I saw that.
Look at me.
Where the hell did you get that?
I got this actually for Live Day when I was Rebecca Black.
Oh,
that's right.
Right?
And she's coming to town.
Is she? I'm seeing her. I'm going to that.
On a Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what is she singing?
It's a Capitol Hill
Yeah.
block party, I believe. So, yeah, of course
she's doing
singing.
magic.
Oh, I would go see that
Oh.
show.
Actually, I would as well. Yeah, Capitol Hill Block Party. Rebecca Black's there on a Friday.
That is ridiculously funny.
He's like,
I was-
let's go.
I
I
was
want
gonna-
all of us to go together.
Yeah, yes, I was going to go anyway. And then my friend was like, dude, guess who's coming? And she like circled Rebecca Black. And I was like, I'm so stoked
Not for
this.
nothing. We're probably the only radio. I mean, is anybody playing her song as much as us?
No.
Yeah. Granted, it's not her version anymore, but
no.
Well, not that song. She has other songs that she has since done.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But like,
we are probably the only ones who still play Friday.
Yeah,
But she has to play that song.
I bet she starts and finishes with it.
I hope so. I hope so at least twice.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, she's coming to the Capitol Hill Block Party. I don't know how big her career is, but the idea is that we probably. I mean, is anybody going to have her on on a show? I think ours is the only show they would have her on, just because we do her all the time. Well, not that way.
Well,
wouldn't it be great if she sang a special Friday for us, like for the one
So
of
we're
the
going to
big
bring her
gigs?
in and have her perform the Friday song
Now
for
you're
us?
talking, yeah.
I would love that.
I mean, it's not
I'm probably the only
It's not a
one.
horrible thing to ask her to do. So she's probably going to do it in concert and wants people to go see her, right?
Right.
I don't think it's the worst thing for her. Now, for us, I have no idea.
No, yeah, I mean, it's like a lot of rockaholics want to hear her perform the Friday song on the radio.
We'll do a video.
Okay.
And then, you see her videos. Their videos are pretty amazing.
It's going to be one of those videos where she's sitting on a couch?
Well,
what's going on here?
Hey, listen, whatever we need to do, Steve, we're trying to get hits. We're trying to get clinks and clicks and links and schlinks.
Okay.
We're trying to get ticks and talks over here, buddy.
All right.
I somehow think she was going to deny this offer if you offer it to
Whatever.
her. Anyway, let's
Come on, Rebecca. Don't you want our clinks?
Jesus. I do. Let's get to Chrissy from Oak Harbor. Chrissy, are you there?
BJ Shea!
Who cares? All right, Steve, now get out.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Chrissy has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's effing go!
Woo! In what movie does Tom Hanks say there's no crying in baseball?
Pass.
What is the name given to the person rolling the dice in a game of craps?
Pass.
In which city would you find Wembley Stadium?
Boston?
No.
Chicago?
No.
Oh, I don't know. Pass.
According to Google, what is the most popular pie during Thanksgiving?
Pumpkin pie?
Yes. What is the first name of rapper Lil Dicky?
Oh, yeah, she's not going to get this.
Dean.
No.
Dick.
No.
Dan.
No.
What was that last one?
Dan.
No.
Oh,
Who did the
so
Kansas
close.
City Chiefs defeat in the most recent Super Bowl?
Oh, crapper. I can't remember.
Oh, boy.
Jim Henson combined the words puppet and what to create the name Muppet?
Muffin.
No.
Milk.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's
Okay, Chrissy, you got 1 correct.
she's number 1.
She's number 1. That's better than none.
I have to tell you something,
I
though.
just want to say something.
Yes.
So, real quick, I'm going to piss BJ off, but that Eric guy that called the other day about the traffic lights, now I look every time I'm at a traffic light for those little tar patterns now. So I found that conversation to be very informative.
Yeah, Chrissy, I just walked in on whatever you guys were talking about, but me too.
You know what? I never said that he wasn't helpful. I said he was going on way too long. Like what she said was like what he first said in the first 20 seconds, which
Yeah.
was very helpful. The rest of it, I was like, dude, we're cutting you off.
I don't know if it even was helpful. It was just kind of cool. Now you can see it.
Well, yeah. I mean, and I agreed with him, but then, he just kept going. He was like, he felt the power and he kept going
It's
and going.
something Chrissy will remember forever.
You know what, Chrissy,
I
luckily...
really wanted to see what he had to say about, like, red, yellow, and green.
Okay, you know what, Chrissy, why don't you start your own show and have him as your first guest? How's that?
Okay, Steve, are you ready?
Yes!
In what movie does Tom Hanks say there's no crying in baseball?
That would be a league of their own.
Yes. What is the name given to the person rolling the dice in a game of craps?
A dealer.
No.
A roller.
No.
A fist guy.
No.
Fist
In
guy.
which city would you find Wembley Stadium?
London.
Yes. According to Google, what is the most popular pie during Thanksgiving?
I'm going to go pumpkin pie.
Yes.
Not Sarah's Oreo pie.
Rude.
I know.
What is the first name of rapper Lil Dicky?
Dave.
Yes. Who did the Kansas City Chiefs defeat in the most recent Super Bowl?
Oh, crap. They beat the Cincinnati Bengals.
No.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes.
There we go.
Jim Henson combined the words puppet and what to create the name Muppet?
Monster.
No.
Mop.
No.
Mammal.
Yeah,
No.
it's not an easy one.
Who was the first Disney princess with a tattoo?
Ooh. I'm going to go... Is it Pocahontas?
Yes.
Nice work.
What is the current currency in Germany?
Yen.
No.
Euros.
Yes. What color ball do they typically use in a game of softball?
A white ball.
No.
Oh, softball? Green.
No.
Yellow?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not yen? I feel like yen is the answer.
You got
think
7
it's soccer
correct,
ball.
though, which
Uh-huh.
is a big win.
Sorry,
7-1.
Chrissy. 7-1. That was a Mariners game right there, Chrissy.
Oh.
Hopefully, Eric will. You know what? Can we have Eric call us back and tell us about the red, yellow, green? Is it too late to see
That's
what?
you call BJ? I mean, can you promise that you'll be nice to him?
Oh, I'll be nice as soon as he tells us red, yellow, green, and then we'll see also if his body clock knows when to shut up and just say I'm done.
Oh, so you're just trying to train him?
Yes.
Like you're his Mr. Miyagi of conversation.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think he's ever going to call back. Sorry.
Yes, Eric-san.
So it says, I also look for those sensors now at streetlights, LOL. Eric gave information to so many rockaholics, and you poo-pooed him.
Because he's got to know when to quit. Because everyone that loves about that was the first 5 seconds of his conversation. I have no problem with that.
Nobody's saying, "Oh man, that Eric, he just kept going and going and going."
Greatest conversation I've ever heard. Personally.
Yeah. Do you know why nobody's saying that? Because I cut him off.
Oh,
that's why.
But people could have had more information.
There's no way you get more information. You're. You know what, Steve? Here's what you're doing at a party. I got to go to the bathroom.
You were totally out
after.
I had a lot of water, BJ. Come on,
that's what it is.
Does anyone know the name given to the person rolling the dice in a game of craps?
Yes. And Joey D's definitely knows the shooter, right, Joe?
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, Joey D's taught
shooter.
me. Yeah.
And Jim Henson combined the words puppet and what to create the name Muppet?
I think. Can you figure it out, or do you already know, Danny?
I already know, but it's you can also figure it out. Well, figure it out if you know.
It's the first.
puppets.
It's only one letter, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a tough little combination when you go. Basically, it's up it with an M.
Yeah,
and
marionette.
the M stands for marionette. Yeah,
which is another word for puppet. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Well, that's not true.
Well, you know what? Yeah, okay.
A marionette's very different than a puppet. There, Sammy.
Okay, whatever.
Watch your dirty
Unbelievable.
mouth.
You know what, Danny? Apparently, you don't know the difference. I mean, you don't have your hand up a marionette's anything.
Yeah, I'm uncultured.
You are.
Well, congratulations, Steve, on still beating Chrissy.
Good job, Steve.
Thank you. A win's a win.
Oh, it was a big win, 7-1.
Huge win.
That was convincing.
Oh, I didn't know she only got one.
Yeah, that was kind of on her, though.
Chrissy was having a great morning. Not on the show.
Well, she sounded happy, so that's cool.
Yeah. I want what's in her coffee or whatever she's drinking.
And somebody says, hey, they also use white balls in softball.
Do they typically, though?
What color did you say? Yellow?
Yellow.
I've only played softball with white balls.
Really?
Well, this
I'm
is
all
a
about
tough
the yellow
one.
balls.
Did you talk about like in college? Like with
what was the question again?
What color ball do they typically use in a game of softball?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Typically.
I've never played a game with yellow balls.
Really?
Yeah.
See, this is the problem.
Only white balls.
I don't follow, and I think the UW women's softball team actually has had a good run or is still in the middle of a good run. I can't remember, but they've had a good season.
Oh, they have, yeah.
But I don't know the color of the balls they use in college softball. I don't know.
But she didn't say in college softball. She just said softball.
It's a tough one. I know. You go either way.
But in
with
competitive play, it says yellow remains the official ball color.
Yeah, you know, Sarah.
Typically, it's white.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish you had said
You just said
competitively.
typically it's white.
I mean, damn it.
Not that it matters.
You know, Your Honor.
You would have got one more correct.
I rest
she
my
didn't
case.
even get to that.
You know what? Thanks to
question.
Dick's Sporting Goods because they have the complete guide to softballs. I'm clicking on that link.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. Hey, you got something to say? I got something to say. They're wild, rabid, and on the loose. This is Listeners on the Loose.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. Listeners on the Loose, 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's also the number to text, 206-803-ROCK. Just remember when you get through, follow the rule, man.
That's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, I will gong you. We'll say goodbye to you.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. Jonathan in Mukilteo, you are on The Rock.
Yeah, so thanks for having me on. So I got a story where I partied with the bass player of Soundgarden.
Hey, look at that.
Awesome. Ben Shepherd?
Yep, that's the one. So the preamble really quickly is that, so I just broke up with a girlfriend and she had health problems. So she went to Japan. We moved out to the apartment. I had to move back into my parents' home. Right. So it was my 30th birthday.
Right.
So I go to this bar that me and my brother liked in Ballard that we just discovered, right?
Right.
So it's my 30th birthday, you know, not feeling great, right? Having drinks. So this big guy walks up. He sits right next down to me.
Right.
And then he just starts telling me crazy stories, and I'm like, who the F is this guy, you know?
Yeah.
And he told, you know, he's telling me tour stories, and then like I'm looking at him, and I'm a huge Soundgarden fan. I'm looking at him like, you got to be kidding me. This isn't Ben Shepherd, right?
Right.
And he's telling me how
he wasn't. Was he?
It was Ben Shepherd.
Well, I don't think he's going to call and be like, turns out it wasn't, BJ. Joke's on you.
Well, could have been later in the evening. I could have been a Ben Shepherd lookalike, but then later in the bar,
well,
then the real Ben Shepherd walks in and says, "Why are you talking to the guy that looks
That's
like
like
me?"
the Spider-Man meme, and they're both looking at each other, but they have bases instead of webs.
Yeah. So,
no, it got confirmed later, guys, and ladies, right? Yeah. So he's telling me, and he told me like, oh yeah, my band toured with what's the hair metal band? He toured with a hair metal band in like 1989.
Def Leppard, Whitesnake.
No,
Poison.
No,
Steel Panther,
Van Halen,
Motley Crue.
Oh boy, okay. Anyway,
Seals and Crofts was a great hair metal band. You're right. Right.
But he told me he like basically, he's like Soundgarden. He told me he's like, we're not a drug band, and they toured with this crappy hair metal band, or no, maybe it's good. Sorry. That he walked into the guy's dressing room and he's doing like lots of cocaine and he has groupies around. And Ben Shepherd told me he dragged him out to the street and was going to beat him up, but the guy was so nice that he didn't, and they became friends.
Oh, do you know the name of the guy?
You can't remember the name of the band, of course not.
Well, I mean, maybe the guy would jog his memory. I mean, the guy might be. Was it Brett? Yeah, was it Brett Michaels?
Jovi.
Was it the guy with one arm from Def Leppard?
Boy,
Rick Allen, put some respect on his name.
Sorry.
No, it was
Kurt Cobain. All right, sorry.
I enjoy
Right.
You guys are rude.
That was probably the worst great story ever told.
I was in because I wanted to hear where the story was going to go with Ben Shepherd because I have had, I don't know if you remember the story I shared, that the one time I ever got to spend time talking to Ben Shepherd was the weirdest experience of my not entire life, it's a little hyperbole there, but I was at the Rendezvous in downtown Seattle on like 2nd Avenue, and I'm sitting there and I'm just wasted, and I used to live like right by there in Queen Anne. And all of a sudden, I realized I'm sitting next to Ben Shepherd of Soundgarden.
Just like this guy.
Yes. This is when Soundgarden was on massive hiatus. Chris Cornell's doing his own thing. Might have been even during the Audio Slave times. Ben's not doing anything other than, it sounds like, hitting the bars in downtown Seattle. And he's had a few drinks in him as well. And like I'm just sitting there by myself, and all of a sudden he just looks at me and just goes, "You have tinnitus, don't you?" And I was like, "What?" And like out of nowhere.
Okay.
And so I'm just like, "Yeah, man, I do." He's like, "Yep, I knew it." And I'm like, "How'd you know that I have tinnitus?" And he goes, "I could hear it, man."
Whoa.
And I'm just like, what the F is happening right now?
Wow. You can hear somebody's ringing in their ears?
He's like, "I could hear the ringing in your ears." And I'm like, to this day, I'm positive he was effing with me. And he was probably just like, dude with tattoos, drunk, probably goes to a lot of concerts, has ringing in his ears.
Yeah.
Like how it's like a psychic trick, but this is his band psychic trick. He's like, "You have tinnitus, don't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, how'd you know?" "I can hear it." I'm like, what the F is happening?
It sounds like those are the kind of conversations you can have with Ben, like this guy had.
And that was the end of the conversation. After that, I had nothing else. We didn't even continue to talk. I think I ended up leaving soon after that. I was just like, this is weird. But I was also starstruck because it's Ben Shepherd from Soundgarden.
There's that.
And I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's effing with me.
I think it's a great story. I'm not sure though if he tells you, or did you get robbed because he didn't tell you the story of dragging out a hair metal guy?
Well, soon after
sort
that,
of, but he almost did.
Richie Sambora walked in with a bunch of coke. I was there for this.
That's what happens. Yeah.
Allegedly, I don't know if Richie Sambora ever touched
with a lot of a harem around you.
But Ben Shepherd, he's a quirky dude and like a very interesting guy, an incredible bassist.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to have a sober conversation with him.
So I think it must have been the guy he texted us back. Said it was Sebastian Bach.
Oh,
Skid Row.
Row. But he said Sebastian was such a nice guy, he didn't beat him up.
I've heard that Sebastian's a really cool dude, unless you're in his band. I think then it's just like his aura kind of wears thin.
Yeah, that's that lead singer thing.
Yeah,
just happens. What are you going to do?
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Skid Row, those first two records are freaking great. I would disagree that they're a crappy hair metal band.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, well, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna judge them because I wasn't there.
No,
because if I was there, I probably could have said, "Oh yeah, he's right or he's wrong about it."
You need to spend some time and listen to Slave to the Grind and Skid Row's first record.
I'm going to say this to Ben Shepherd. No disrespect.
What did he do?
But I mean, seriously, you're going to go, yeah, man, I saw Sebastian Bach and I was about to beat the crap out of him because what? Because he was doing drugs and having chicks around him like every
we don't
rock
know the
band.
full story.
You know what I'm saying? If that's how it was relayed to this dude, it doesn't make Ben look good. And then Ben's like, well, he was a nice guy, so I decided to let him live. I mean,
we don't know the full
did he
story.
hear the
There
ringing
might
in
have
his
been more
ears?
to
I mean,
that
I want
story.
Ben's side of the story.
That is also very fair, yes.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. But it doesn't paint him in a good light.
A lot of people are texting about the new hit single by Tatum, if you haven't heard it yet.
Oh, that the song she wrote and produced herself. Poopy coming out my tush. And take my pants off.
That's the bridge.
That's the bridge.
Yeah. Well, somebody said you need a metal band to do that and singing the take off my pants part. That would be awesome. Another person said you should plug those lyrics into the AI chat thing and see if you get a whole song created.
Oh, so let's see if we can get beyond that.
Oh, I did.
You did?
Because I've tried to go on Chat GPS or whatever it is.
GPT, but that's probably why. If you got to go to GPT.
But you have to join.
Yeah.
You got to join now?
You got to join. And now they're offering, I got a new pop-up today and said, you can also join our subscription service. New update.
Yeah, well, I've been trying to join, but it won't. It says I'll send you an email link when it's time.
Oh boy!
And I haven't gotten the email link, so apparently a lot of people are on this waiting list. It's kind of like trying to get season tickets for the Seahawks. You're on a waiting list to be on the waiting list, and then eventually they're going to start charging, and then maybe then I'll get it.
So all the stuff that we had before was just like a free trial kind of thing.
I don't know. I still have it.
Oh, you still have it?
Well, because Danny got in.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's in cahoots with Chat GPS.
Yeah. Oh, you think Danny could send like a little letter of reference or something for you?
Well, it says it's at capacity right now.
Oh, capacity.
But he's a subscriber, so he's lucky.
Boom.
Dude, it's too late. People are worried about with the effects that artificial intelligence will have at writing stuff. Mm-hmm. The damn thing's at capacity. This is now part of our life.
Yeah.
So did you type in poopy? Get out my tush?
I did. I tried that.
And
Chat GPT was very proper and said, no, I'm not allowed. It says, I'm sorry, it's against my programming to create explicit or inappropriate content, that even if it's meant for children.
Oh.
Is there anything else I could assist you with? So then Vicky...
How about this chat program has standards?
Yeah.
Doesn't want to write bad songs for children.
It's kind of unlike this show.
So then Vicky was like, well... So I tried a different one, and it was just doing poopy. And that gave me a full song. But then Vicky was like, hey, try misspelling tushy. And I was like, Vicky, it's a robot. But I tried. No matter how I tried to spell tushy, it still came back because the robots are smarter than us.
So poopy is okay, but tushy or tush is not
okay. Tush or tushy or tushy.
But tush is like a really cute name for the butt. I mean,
it's still I guess, a term that is inappropriate in the eyes of... Man, what a...
This is not good.
Yeah, these robots are going to be really lame.
Well, there's
no edge to them.
Do you want to hear the hit song "Poopy Poopy" by Chat GPT, inspired by Tatum?
I'm curious to see what kind of lyrics they came up with.
Verse 1: Poopy poopy in my tummy, gotta go. It's feeling crummy. To the potty I will rush. Don't want to make a yucky mush. Chorus:
Oh boy.
Poopy poopy. Gotta let it out, push and squeeze. Don't scream and shout in the toilet. It will go bye-bye. Poopy. Gotta say hello.
So it's kind of like a Beatles-esque song.
Yeah, it does sound like that.
Verse 2.
Poopy. There's the second verse?
Oh, there's a bridge and everything.
Wow, okay.
Poopy. Brown and round makes it funny, squishy toilet paper. Wipe it clean.
Oh,
wash my hands so they gleam.
Wait, so they're worried about going too far, and I feel like they've gone a little far.
Yeah, I mean, with the poopy's brown. I mean, honestly, really, tush is much not. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, Tatum would never sing a song this vile.
Goes back to the chorus, and then it goes to the bridge, which is, it's important to stay clean after poopy. That's the routine. Wash your hands and dry them off, and flush the toilet. Don't forget.
That doesn't even rhyme.
To doff. I don't know what doff is.
Oh, doff. Is that like a towel off? Tell you like, sort of dry
Not
yourself
impressed.
off?
Back to the chorus, and then there's an outro. So when you feel that urge to go, remember to take it slow. Poopy. Don't be shy. Just go ahead and say goodbye.
That was good. I like that one.
All right, so we'll have to take some of it, but not all of it.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I think Tatum writes better songs.
She does,
yeah.
So see, at least we know that humans are still better. 3-year-old humans are still better than robots.
When it comes to tush songs, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
They called him the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he really was for decades.
He extended his tentacles like an octopus throughout the entire entertainment industry.
Mr. Lou Wasserman.
This is Glitter and Might, an Odyssey Originals documentary podcast series written and narrated by me, Sean Levy. All episodes are available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-803-ROCK. Text us at 206-803-ROCK.
Oh, someone needs our help, boys.
I'm here.
Hi, girls. All right, they say I'm dating a girl recently, and it's great, but I just learned that her dad is my boss, and I hate him as a boss.
Oh.
I told her that he's my boss. I haven't said how much I despise him, though. So what should I do? Right now, he doesn't know that we're dating, but there is a family event coming up soon, so he's going to find out.
Well, I wonder why he hates the guy, because it could actually change the relationship if, in fact, he realizes, okay, my daughter's dating this guy. Maybe I should be cooler to him.
I wonder if he's just like an insufferable jerk as a boss.
Yeah, or if it's something that could improve.
Or what if he's just a crappy worker and the boss is just sick of his crap?
See, you really need both sides.
Yeah, you do.
He just started dating this girl? Is that what he said?
Just dating a girl recently, so I don't know what recently means. If it's like a few months or what.
Yeah.
But
well, this is going to be. I mean, look, if things go well, he's going to be your father-in-law.
So it's probably best to quit your job.
Yeah,
you don't want your father-in-law as your boss, do you?
No, or quit the girl. If you like, I mean, at this point, it is a great reason to quit the job because you don't like the guy. Anyway.
It's a great reason to quit the girl.
Yeah,
like I hate your dad.
Yeah,
I gotta leave you.
But that's the thing. No matter what, he is going to be involved in your life.
Yes.
So that's a tough one. Look, you don't have to get along with your in-laws, obviously, but boy, if you think it's going to be a problem, oh man.
But when you say you hate the person,
yeah,
it's a very strong word. I know people use it willy-nilly, but at the end of the day, it's still a strong word to say that you hate somebody. So now you're going to be stuck with someone, not stuck, but in a relationship with somebody who you hate, a very important person in their life, most likely. Do you talk to her first and be like, look, I hate your dad as a boss. Is he cooler as a dad? Or you know what I mean? Like he might be a cool guy and just a crappy boss.
This is you got to say something to her at some point because it's going to come out. And I have had this happen in my life where I've had issues with family members and I try to keep it on the DL thinking I could. And then, next thing you know, I have a blowout and then I have to admit to to my wife, yeah, you know what? I should have told you a long time ago. That person I don't like that person.
I remember dating a girl. I couldn't stand one of her siblings. I hate, and that person was so intrusive and always to the point
tough.
where they would knock on my door when because they were unhappy with me and because they talked up. Oh, that was the deal breaker. I mean, there's other reasons, but that was the final straw where I was like, I can't be in a relationship with this person because they're forever stuck with this sibling. They love each other, and somehow they're getting this information that's their side of the story that's being filtered to the sibling.
Oh boy.
I'm not living a life like this.
Yep. Good call.
Oh.
So what you're telling the guy is he should just dump everybody.
Yeah. Everybody. Yep. Yeah. He should even just leave Washington
I was
State.
about to say, change your name, leave the state, just start all over.
Yeah, that's not a bad call. Glad we could help.
Or going to work this morning, just be like, hey, man, you should be nice to me. I'm banging your daughter.
Ooh, do that one. Yeah, do that one. I like that one.
That's probably the best way to handle it.
Yeah. Especially, and if you weren't planning on leaving the job, you probably will be. Let's go to Dolan in Kent, 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. Dolan, you are on the Rock.
Morning. How's everybody doing today?
Hi, Dolan. What you got for us?
Well, you guys doing the whole when I was young and dumb statement earlier, and one of you mentioned escorting people in the car with squirt guns. I was on the opposite end of that, and my running philosophy was, you squirt me, I can chuck rocks at your car. It's free game.
Oh. Wow, that escalated quickly.
So if somebody squirts you, you mean if somebody squirts you out of their car, you'll throw rocks back at them?
Yeah. It progressively got worse from there. There was one group of people who kept doing it, and they would get mad at the rock throwing, so they'd come back. Well, one day, I just had enough. I'm on my bike, and I start chasing after them. And I'm not sure if they were laughing because they weren't driving fast enough. I end up jumping from my car or my bike onto the back of their car and start punching their windshield. I'm being dragged behind this car for a bit.
Well, okay, then. You really do not like water being thrown in your face.
You know, I don't know what it was. It just kind of got to a point, and it certainly didn't help that as they're driving, we happened to drive past a cop who was leaving his house that day with his coffee mug and getting to his car, and yeah, fun times.
So who got in more trouble, them or you?
Them. He thought I was somehow innocent in this thing. I mean,
wow, good for you.
I definitely didn't start it, but I finished it. But
usually in the NFL, when somebody finishes something, they get the penalty.
Retaliatory guy, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm happy the cop was able to see that, you know what, you were not the instigator. You were merely, I'd say, a helpless victim, but yeah, I don't think he was that helpless.
Have any of you guys ever done, my brother's buddy, back when we were younger, he worked his car, like, the windshield wiper squirt thing.
Yeah.
He moved it and turned it around so that he could squirt people with it.
That's actually funny.
What? I never knew that was even something that was doable until I was in the car with my brother and him, and he's like, "You want to see something cool?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, he pulled up and he squirted people. And I thought it was the funniest thing. Granted, I was a teenager.
Wow.
But I was like, I never heard or saw of anyone doing that ever again.
Yeah, I feel like probably there's a good reason for that. Maybe the first really bad day where he needed to
That's what I was thinking. Did you just do that in the summer?
Well, you hope that guy really turned out to be a great mad scientist or something. He used his powers for good.
And that's how it all started.
Yeah,
him squirting people with the windshield wiper.
And they're like,
what? Got something here.
I'm gonna go work for Ford and really make some changes to the vehicles.
It's pretty impressive, though.
Yeah, I mean, I would laugh. I would have laughed if I just saw people just getting squirted by the windshield.
I wouldn't laugh if I got squirted with it.
Yeah, that's the problem with that. You want to be on the right side of the windshield in that one.
Yeah.
206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. It's listeners on the loose.
We got a text message. Someone said, I'm a former bartender, and this is going back to last week's conversation about has anyone's crazy ex ever called or crazy boyfriend or girlfriend called a bar checking in on somebody.
Yeah. Right, because we had somebody talk about that.
Yeah, it was a story I had where I was out on a night with you back when I was
that was you that
it was
was
a job
talking about
interview,
that.
and an ex called a bar because they thought I was at that bar just to see, which was crazy. But so this person says, yeah, I'm an ex-bartender. People absolutely do call looking for their spouses or significant others at the bar. The answer was always no, followed by an increased tip from the thankful patrons.
That's what I would think. It's like, why would you call a bar? They're never going to rat out their customer.
Unless you're a pain in the ass there.
Yeah, well, you've got to, you've got to be a pretty big jerk for them to know you.
Yeah.
If you're going there daily being a pain in the ass. I feel like the bar would not let you go there every day. So I don't know, but I just feel like, to me, it's fruitless to call a bar looking for somebody.
Or what if you're just a troll of a bartender and be like, yeah, totally, he's having sex with somebody in the bathroom right now.
Well, that's what I would do, and that's even if you were a good customer.
You should hurry up and get here.
Yeah. Oh man, he walked in with 3 other dudes. I'm not sure what's going on. Talked about going to the dock of the bay or something.
Yeah, he's busy. He can't talk right now. He's preoccupied.
Yeah, he really can't. Yeah. Unfortunately, you need your voice to be able to talk, and his is occupied.
Oh, we got to address this again because it's still happening.
What's going on now again?
Hey, guys, is this $1,000 giveaway thing legit or a scam?
Come on.
I've got a Facebook comment from the BJ-Migs show. Sends me a link asking about some kind of a sponsor. It looks weird. Do you guys know about it? Yes, unfortunately we do. And what does it take to shut down a fake page?
They're even commenting to their people.
I know.
They're replying. I don't.
They're even commenting on men's room posts.
Yep.
And saying, hey, love that you listen to the station. You won a prize. And it's like,
it's not us.
I wish we could get it shut down. We've been trying.
So do we still think it's bots?
I
feel like it's a person that's monitoring this, the way they're replying.
Is there a company, a building that's just full of all these idiots and losers that
probably
that just spam people?
Yeah, that's a lot. There's a lot. That's why it must be bots, because it would take a lot of time to go after our listeners. You feel like, wouldn't you go do it?
I blame Ellen DeGeneres. This has all started after we did that one post that went viral, and then this fake Ellen DeGeneres account was trying to scam people into giving them money or information or whatever. Now all of a sudden we have a spam version or a bot version of ourselves.
Is this the end of Facebook? I feel like this is the beginning of the end of Facebook. If all of a sudden it is just so populated by fishers, scammers, and bots that people are going to go, I don't want to even mess with this anymore, because that sucks.
Well, it's just frustrating that enough people. I know a lot of people have complained and also like reported it. Not just us, but like our company's been trying. We've been trying, and it's still up there. Like, why is it that hard that someone says like a jokingly like I'm going to fight you later as a goof, and they get their page shut down?
Exactly.
Like, how is that possible?
Well, this is to me why Facebook has just got a credibility issue with all the BS that they've had with all the fake crap, and this is another issue of fake crap, and you're just like, really? Meanwhile, like you said, my friends go, I don't know, I put something up there and they said it was hate speech, and that's because they read it wrong.
Yep.
And it wasn't anything at all.
Say, I just told someone to have a kick-ass day.
Yeah.
And then it got flagged.
Unbelievable. So listeners on the loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show.
Like this text is, of course, about food. What is your all-time favorite pasta dish? Mine, lasagna. Does not matter if it's from a restaurant, homemade, or from the freezer. It's my all-time favorite. That's a great pick.
Yes. I just had... Yeah, I'm going to have to go with, it sounds crazy, but I'm going to have to go with macaroni and cheese because it counts.
For your pasta dish?
It does count, doesn't it?
I guess.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, if mac and cheese doesn't count as a pasta dish, then I do have but I love a great mac and cheese if it's made with bechamel. Or if it's got a little lobster thrown in there. I mean, I mean, that's kind of like what I have. That's the pasta I have more than any other pasta.
Mac and cheese is pretty awesome. I mean, I'm the guy who loves noodles and butter, like a 4-year-old. Like, I mean, who am I to judge? But like, I'm a simple like spaghetti type noodles with butter salt, and I just butter, like let it melt in there, and I'm good to go. But
I don't think they count mac and cheese. See, I don't think people really truly count mac and cheese as pasta, but technically it is.
Yeah,
it's
macaroni.
Because I mean, there's a lot of great Italian dishes that.
But would you say macaroni
cheese.
salad would be your favorite pasta dish?
You could because it's got
a pasta salad.
That's why I think we probably should say with red sauce. Like, what's your favorite?
Oh, that's not fair. Because what about like Alfredo?
Yeah, see, well, that's a fancy macaroni and cheese, isn't it? Really, when you think about it.
Lasagna. Ravioli is a real good one. Then I was thinking, was it gnocchi?
Gnocchi is good.
But then I realized, is it a pasta dish? Some people say it's not. It's a potato dish.
Yeah, they're made with potatoes.
Right.
They're just
good point.
They're just boiled.
But it feels like it's pasta.
It does.
But yeah, it's just a dumpling made out of potatoes.
Yep.
Oh, you're right.
But you could use red sauce with it.
Yeah, so it's not pasta. So gnocchi is really not a pasta. But don't forget tortellini, which is kind of like the little mini raviolis.
Those are pretty fantastic. What about elbow? The elbow.
I'm a fan of the little tiny shells.
Yeah.
They just hold all the sauce and cheese just so perfectly.
I like the bucatini.
Bucatini.
It's like it looks like spaghetti, but then it has like the hole through the middle, so you can use it as straws before you cook them.
Oh, I don't think I know bucatini.
Bucatini is fantastic.
Oh, all right. I'm not going to argue with any pasta though. I mean, is there a pasta where you go, no way, I don't want it?
I don't know.
The pasta itself?
It's funny that we were shopping yesterday at Fred Meyer, and my wife grabbed like a pasta sauce off the shelf. She's like, it's expensive, but all the social media influencers are talking about how great it is. I'm like, okay. Rao's or Rao's, R-A-O.
Oh, yeah, the pasta sauce?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Everyone's, I guess, raving like crazy about this.
So good. It's like $10 a bottle, but it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Really, it's better than any other jarred pot? Like, you can notice a difference?
I don't know if it's better. I just really like it.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I'm afraid, because we have our buddy, our radio buddy, who's gone into the sauce making business. Paulie Guglielmo, and I like his, and you can get his on Amazon if you search for Guglielmo, and that's a tasty sauce, and probably not as much as Rao's. See, that's the thing. Is like when you put sauce in a jar, and and now
it's $10 for a jar.
I feel like sauce in a jar is going to be relatively the same, or is there really, like, you go, no way, this sauce in the jar is better than any sauce in a jar you can get?
See, I feel like red sauce is, for the most part, pretty much the same. There might be a few that are just a little bit better, but I feel like it's very hard to find a white sauce in a jar that tastes as good as fresh.
Oh, yeah, you have to make those fresh.
Yeah, I've never found the right one. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'll try it.
Ragu.
Ragu white?
Like a vodka or an Alfredo.
Sure. Steve's done. He's like, I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's just like homemade pasta, though. I mean, look, you know how you guys don't know, but the English are very, very picky about the teas being pre-made, like we have here. Like, I'm not going to have a bagged tea. I'm going to have my tea done the way. Well, I have to say, Italians and I have a lot of them that just think box pasta is trash. And then when you do have homemade pasta, fresh pasta, it really is amazing.
It's way different.
But I mean, I feel like it's the same with pizza. You know, I mean, there's certain levels of pizza that, like, you know, like certain places where you're like, this is next level. Like, this is like the greatest. This is like heaven in my mouth. And then there's other times where you're like, this is just a chain store, but it's still pizza and it's still sauce, cheese, and a delicious crust, and it's awesome.
Yep.
Like Papa Murphy's. We had Papa Murphy's for dinner. Man, I don't know what's going on recently, if they upped their crust game.
Oh, really? Papa Murphy's has upped the crust game?
I feel like they have, man, because the last few times we've had Papa Murphy's, the crust has just been on another level.
Those are the take and bake people,
yes,
right?
It is.
Yeah, I never take and I never bake. So I don't have Papa Murphy's that much.
Well, he doesn't know how to turn the oven on.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
His daughter or Johnny Roberts can
There you
figure
go.
it out.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. It just doesn't happen.
One Texas bring up a good one though. Best pasta, SpaghettiOs.
Oh, there is an argument for SpaghettiOs.
The argument is you have a lot of money and you're hungry, because that's what I did when I didn't have a lot of money. And
When
I was
you're a
hungry.
kid, SpaghettiOs rock.
Or you're a child. Yes.
Yes.
And they still don't suck. It goes back to the argument. It's still tasty.
The great round spaghetti with the da-da-da-da.
What about ramen?
Ramen?
Is that considered pasta?
Oh, now we're going back to the whole mac and cheese road.
Yeah, that's a
well,
tough
but
one.
I'm talking like I mean, I
Like
know
ramen
you can
noodles?
you can get like the 10-cent packs or whatever.
25 cents,
But-
man. Get
yeah.
with it.
Oh, is it? Have they gone up?
I think so.
But no, like you can go to like some pretty nice ramen, like food or like places that do like ramen with like beef.
See, noodles I thought were different than
So
pasta.
good.
Don't they classify noodles as something different than pasta, or am I losing my mind?
According to a quick search on the internet, ramen noodles are definitely not pasta.
Ha-ha!
Does not count.
Who decides this?
Because they're not made
Ramen?
of durum wheat.
Ramen noodle.
I like that there's like a certain type of wheat. I don't need these. If I want it to be pasta, is whatever I want it to be.
How dare you discount science?
I'm gonna have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm gonna call it pasta. I don't care anymore.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How much does bankruptcy cost?
Well, bankruptcy costs, of course, vary depending on what type of case you're filing. There's a certain amount of court costs and other out-of-pocket costs that you're going to have in any case. The filing fees in a bankruptcy case are about $300, whether you file Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. One of the things to watch out for when you're shopping for bankruptcy attorneys or looking at the different cost options is that a lot of times, especially the really cheap places, don't tell you up front about all the court costs and whatnot that you're going to have to pay in addition to the attorney fees. So make sure that you get the full picture when you're comparing prices of bankruptcy lawyers on what the attorney fees are, how much your court costs are going to be, so that you can really make a true comparison.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.